Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for the finale of this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatas alongside Adam Pohl with you from the ballpark in Bowie, and while it is still a series win for the Baysox, they are coming off of a tough day. Adam, it is so hard to sweep a series in this day and age. The fact that Bowie did give up one last night, you don't want to say it was expected, but it's not necessarily that surprising of an outcome in a 6-game set.
Yeah, especially when they had outscored Richmond by 29 runs in the first 4 games, which is truly remarkable for a Baysox team that was last place in the first half. Richmond was, of course, the first place ball club. So this has been a really exciting week. The Baysox are trying to obviously finish it with a bang in front of a great crowd on what is always a special night here at Prince George's Stadium. What is, in effect, our July 4th game tonight.
And a big chance to dominate the series outright as well. That is what's most important for the Baysox at this moment. Let's go ahead and get you set up with the numbers for this game as Richmond comes in for game number 75 on the season, a 41-33 record, a 1-game winning streak, as the Squirrels are 1-4 here in the second half. Richmond is 4-6 over their last 10 and 19-19 when playing on the road. The Baysox come in for game number 75 on the season, a 31-43 record, a one-game losing streak, but Bowie is 4-1 overall in the second half, 6-4 over the last 10, and 18-20 when playing in front of the home crowds here at Prince George's Stadium. Richmond is currently 3 games out of first place, 6th overall in the 6-team Southwest Division, but of course they clinched the first half, so they're headed to the postseason. Bowie is 1st overall in the Southwest Division out of the 6 teams. Next closest team to them is the Altoona Curve. They are just 1 game back, while Akron and Erie, they've only played 4 games. They're each tied for 3rd, a game and a half back of the Baysox. So still plenty early on in this Southwest Division, but the Baysox are leading the pack right now. No roster moves to update you on today, but since we came in late yesterday, we didn't get to tell you about the previous day's roster move, and that was Ramon Arias being added on to the roster as a Major League rehab assignment for the left oblique strain that he had suffered with the big league club in early June. He will continue that assignment today. Should be his last anticipated day with the Baysox. We've not heard what the next step may be for him. I don't believe he'd be joining the team in Somerset. He might go to AAA Norfolk. There's been no updates on that. But no updates on the roster for the Richmond side, and no updates today for the Bowie side of things. Let's tell you about the starting pitching matchup for today's game as we get set. It's a rematch of Game 1. Matt Harvey will continue his minor league rehab assignment for the Orioles, while Jake Dahlberg, a left-hander, will start this contest for the Flying Squirrels. Opening with Dahlberg, a 3-4 mark and a 4.43 ERA on the season. He's been a very consistent arm for the Squirrels, at least 5 innings in 9 of his 13 starts, and he's allowed 2 or fewer runs in 6 of those starts. But he didn't on Tuesday. Prior to Tuesday, his best work all season had come against the Baysox. He opened with 16 and a third consecutive scoreless innings against Bowie, striking out 15 batters, but Bowie nailed him for 8 runs and 3 home runs on their way to the 9-3 win on Tuesday. Dahlberg's been a fun story. Pitched in the Indy Ball ranks for a little bit, I believe a couple of seasons with the Chicago Dogs in the American Association, and then he got signed by the Giants in July of 2021. He pitched well with High A Eugene, and he's a former minor leaguer with the Cardinals. That's the number I was trying to remember there. Dahlberg's been a big fly ball pitcher this season. He doesn't strike out too many guys, only about 9 strikeouts per 9. That is kind of average these days in the era that we live in now in baseball, but he's allowed 12 home runs in 65 innings, and with this ballpark, including the home runs that Bowie hit against him last Tuesday, there's a big opportunity for them to maybe do it again and do it in bunches today. Now on to the Baysox side, you've got Matt Harvey starting for Bowie. 1-0, of course, with a 5.40 ERA in his only start with the Baysox. Now, he was tagged for a couple of home runs as well. Gave up a solo blast to Ricardo Genovez and then another solo blast to Shane Matheny. But it was a 9-strikeout day for Matt Harvey, and he did not walk anyone either. So while the contact was there a little bit, it just comes down to, I suppose, his pitch utilization and working it around the zone. Look, he's a big leaguer. We don't really need to dissect his every bit bat, his piece, his movement, his mechanics, and how he's throwing his pitches. He's just going to go out and throw the way that he's been doing it for years, the kind of pitcher that he was to, be the starter of the 2013 National League All-Star team. There's a lot going into this one easily, but Matt Harvey just needs to go out and pitch and get as many innings as he can on this rehab run for him. He's been pitching well. That's just what you got to take.
Yeah, and obviously, usually a rehabbing pitcher is somebody that's going to have a very low pitch count, and they're just trying to get their work in. Matt Harvey is not in that role. He's waiting to get back to the Major League roster, and he's a guy that could throw 80, 90 pitches today. He threw 87, I believe, 5 days ago on Tuesday. So this is really like a real start that we're going to see, not 2 or 3 innings from a rehabbing starter like you're used to in the minor leagues.
And it seems to be Justin Armbruster may follow again. It was Harvey for 5 and Armbruster for 4 last week. If that's going to be the same case today, then the Baysox should be in for another good day pitching-wise. We've got plenty to come here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. When we return, it's Sunday, so you know what that means. We recap the week that was in Baysox baseball, play you through some of the key highlights over the last 5 days of Baysox action, and tell you about the final scores of each of the 5 games in this series. We'll be back in a bit and recap the week as we return in just a little bit. You're listening to the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With two of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
There's plenty going on at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, July 30th. It's the Island Luau night at the ballpark as the Baysox battle the Altoona Curve. Live music from the islands, inspirational dance performances, and more. But that's not all. It's also Maryland's worst car show. Do you own a clunker, a piece of junk on wheels? Well, here's your chance to show it off. Again, that's all on Saturday, July 30th. So head to Baysox.com to purchase tickets and find out more about registering for Maryland's worst car show. Hope to see you there.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium, and it's Sunday, so you know what that means. It's time to recap the week that was in Baysox baseball. We've got plenty of fun times over the last 5 days of Bowie baseball to get you caught up on. So we'll go all the way back in time to the faraway land of Tuesday, June 28th, a whole month ago at this point. Feels that way. But no, the Baysox were coming off of a tough end to their series with the Erie Seawolves, dropped the last 2 games, but had their hopes set high for the start of the second half. And boy, oh boy, did they deliver, because newly promoted prospects Colton Cowser, Connor Norby, and Kobe Mayo were all instrumental early. Most specifically, in the 4th inning, Cowser got it done.
It's really continued this year. The pitch. And a swing and a drive to left center. Going back on it, Hayward. Looking up, and it's out of here! Colton Cowser. In his first official at-bat at the AA level, has hit a homer. And it's a 5-2 Bowie lead.
It was a 2-run blast for Cowser there. The Baysox would eventually add on 4 more runs to pick up the 9-3 win in the opener with Richmond. Start out the second half with a 1-0 record. On to Game 2. The Baysox had to go up against Matt Frisbee, who had pitched them well this season, but Ryan Watson was even better. 6 innings of 1-run ball with 7 strikeouts for Watson. And today was the day that started J.D. Mundy's big run. The 0-1 pitch. This one crushed. Out to deep right field. Forget it. Labor watches it go. J.D. Mundy says goodbye. A 3-run home run for his 5th of the season. And the Baysox lead 11-1. It was a pretty big day, but Mundy wasn't done there. The 3-1 pitch to Mundy is lifted out toward right center field and deep. This one headed to the wall, and it's gone. J.D. Mundy says goodbye. His 2nd home run of the evening and 6th of the season is a solo blast here in the 7th. The Baysox make it 12-1. That would eventually be the final score in the contest as Bowie made it 2 in a row, their first set of consecutive wins against the Squirrels this season. And that brought us on to Thursday. Bowie's offense picked up right where they left off. In the 1st inning, Kobe Mayo picked up his first AA hit. It was a big one. And fires home. Mayo crushes it. Way out to left, forget it. Oh boy, Kobe Mayo says goodbye. A 2-run blast for his first in AA. And it's 4-0 Bowie. The Baysox would pile on a lot more, including another big blast by J.D. Mundy. First pitch home. Mundy mashes it out toward left center field. Hayward running back, looking up. This one is gone. For the 4th time in 3 days, J.D. Mundy says goodbye. A 3-run home run for his 7th of the season. The Baysox lead 9-1. Bowie would eventually go on to roll their way to a 15-5 win, back-to-back games with a double-digit margin of victory for Bowie. A big run for the Baysox at that time. But then as we turned on to Friday, Bowie gave up a quick leadoff home run to Michael Gigliotti. Noah Denoyer making his first Double-A start. Eventually struck out 9 batters and had to settle for a no decision as the Baysox, at best, had to tie the game late after Denoyer had departed. But when you've got Hudson Haskin coming up quick, well, that's a big help. 7 punch-outs for Kaiwei Tang so far as the 0-1 comes in, and Haskin hammers it to deep left. Rincones is back, and there it goes. Hudson Haskin says goodbye. A game-tying solo home run here to lead off the 6th. It's 2-2. The Baysox would take the lead on an RBI fielder's choice when Andrew Dashbach beat out a potential double play ball and add some insurance on a wild pitch in the 8th inning as well. Bowie won 4-2, and it was 4 consecutive wins to open up the series for the Baysox. And then on to last night, as the Baysox were trying to make it 5 in a row. Would have been their first 5-game winning streak of the season, but it just wasn't meant to be. It's hard to get that many wins in a row, as Zach Peak was roughed up for 2 runs in the first, and as he struggled with batters in the second, he had to depart after only collecting 2 outs, and the first pitcher out of the pen, Tyler Birch, promptly gave up this big blast to Tyler Fitzgerald.
And I think Kyle Moore is in danger here as Kevin Manzik just gave him the right hand, and that was swinging a fly ball. Well hit deep left. Haskin going back. He's going to run out of room. It's a home run. Wow. And Kyle Moore thought they had strike 3, and he's been thrown out of the game. The next pitch, a 3-run homer that has blown this game wide open. It's 7-0 Richmond.
Squirrels would go on to take the 5th game in the 6-game series 10-3, and that brings us to today. But so far, the Baysox are 4-1 on the week. They've already won the series, and it is tough to sweep. You've still got a big opportunity to make it 5 wins in 6 days. Massive chance for Bowie to maintain their top spot among the Southwest Division in the Eastern League here in the second half. We've got plenty more to come here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. When we return, we'll get you the starting lineups, look around some of the Orioles farm teams, and get you caught up soon with first pitch and all the play-by-play. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, we aren't too far away from first pitch here from Prince George's Stadium tonight on this special July 4th game, even though we are on July 3rd. Of course, the Baysox, who are usually off on Mondays, will play tomorrow night, so we hope you can listen in. Matt Sabatis will have the call as the Baysox will be in Somerset, New Jersey. Their off day will this week be on Tuesday. Well, there was some daytime baseball in the Orioles minor league system, and actually there were multiple games played today. Aberdeen played a doubleheader already. They were victors in the opener 6-0, but they were bested in game 2, 8-7 in 10 innings. They're at home. They played a doubleheader at 2 p.m. And Fredericksburg in this area, the Nationals affiliate, they hosted Delmarva for a daytime game. 10-2 was the final there, Fredericksburg winning. It is Gwinnett at Norfolk, and they are about to get underway. Bruce Zimmerman will get the start. The former Bowie Baysox and Baltimore Oriole, who really had a great start to this season, now back in AAA, and he's coming off of a very strong start his last time out. Well, the Orioles hit 3 solo home runs today in Minnesota. You know, this was a 3-city road trip for Baltimore, and the Orioles had an outstanding start to it as they really got things done on the road in Chicago and then at Seattle. But for the Orioles, they had lost 4 in a row coming into today, and they were in danger of being swept. They had a lead in the 9th inning in each of their first 2 games, but lost it in really, really tough defeats each of the last 2 nights in Minnesota. But today, Baltimore hits 3 solo homers. Trey Mancini and Ryan Mountcastle, 2 former Baysox, they went back-to-back, and the Orioles win it 3-1. Well, Matt Harvey has led the Baysox onto the field. We're going to take one more break. We return with starting lineups and today's first pitch right after this on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed lays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Well, it's the most special day of the year at Prince George's Stadium, and it comes your way Friday, July 29th. It's the 23rd Navy Night, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Join the United States Naval Academy class of 2026 and take in the Baysox as they face off against the Altoona Curve. It all comes your way on Friday, July 29th, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:05 with some fantastic post-game fireworks. The 23rd Annual Navy Night at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're Ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's the finale of this 6-game series between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and your Bowie Baysox. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabatis with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And as Matt Harvey prepares to warm on the mound for the Baysox, the colors have left the field and we're ready for a fantastic day of ball to celebrate our nation's independence. The starting lineup for the Flying Squirrels looks like this. Leading off at shortstop, you've got Shane Matheny, followed by Brett Auerbach, the catcher, batting second. Diego Rincones is in left field. He bats third. Frankie Tostado is the first baseman, batting fourth. Sean Roby at third base bats fifth. Tyler Fitzgerald at second base sixth. Brandon Martirano, the DH, bats seventh. Armani Smith in right field eighth. Then Jacob Hayward will be in center field tonight, batting ninth. The Flying Squirrels are the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. They're managed by Dennis Pelfrey, assisted by Paul Esguerra, Danny Santon, and Gary Davenport. Chris Walsh is the athletic trainer. Richmond is 41-33 on the season, a one-game winning streak, and 1-4 in the second half. The Squirrels are 4-6 over their last 10, and 6th overall in the 6-team Southwest Division, 3 games out of first place. Once more, that lineup for Richmond, you've got Shane Matheny, Brett Auerbach, Diego Rincones, Frankie Tostado, Sean Roby, Tyler Fitzgerald, Brandon Martirano, Armani Smith, and Jacob Hayward, all to face off against Matt Harvey on the mound. Prince George's Stadium here in Bowie, 309 feet down the line to both left field and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center. A very beautiful sun-soaked day here at the ballpark in Bowie. They've painted the lines in the batting circle accordingly for this July 3rd game. The Baysox will be on the road for July 4th, but most minor league teams will either have a home game on July 3rd or 4th. The Baysox have it here on July 3rd. And to commemorate, the right-handed batter's box is painted red, the left-handed batter's box is painted blue, and the catcher's box, as well as the umpire, is painted white for our nation's independence celebration. As Shane Matheny digs into the box for Richmond, shortstop batting .294 this season with a .934 OPS in 53 games played, 6 doubles, a triple, 9 homers, 29 runs batted in. Righty on lefty to get it started as Harvey comes set. First base side of the rubber. He holds ball in glove, turns, kicks, and fires the first pitch home. It's a fastball, misses wide, and it's ball one. We're underway at 6:08 p.m. on an 87-degree sunny day here at Prince George's Stadium in Bowie. The 1-0 pitch on its way to Matheny here is in there for a called strike. Breaking ball maybe came a little bit under the knees, but it runs the count even at 1. Matheny making his second start with the Baysox this season on a minor league rehab appearance. We'll give you his statistics later. The 1-1 misses down a curveball, and the count runs to 2 balls and a strike now on Matheny. Mild shift put on for Matheny. Third base, though, is playing in toward the line. As the 2-1 pitch comes home, and it misses high, a fastball. Run the count to 3 balls and a strike here on the first batter of the inning. A gorgeous day here at the ballpark in Bowie. Plenty of fans in attendance. The 3-1 swung on and missed low. Fastball runs the count full. Early chance here for Harvey. Fires the payoff to Matheny. It's in there, strike 3. Hit a changeup on the inside edge and froze Matheny. Harvey off to a good start with a backwards K. Let's tell you about the defense for Bowie. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Christopher Cespedes, then Colton Cowser and Zach Watson. Cesar Prieto is at third base. Joey Ortiz is the shortstop. Ramon Arias is at second base. Andrew Dashbach at first. And Maverick Handley catches behind the plate for Matt Harvey on the mound. Here's Brett Auerbach, first pitch. Called a strike. Fastball nicks the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. Matt Harvey, a 6'4", 220-pound, 33-year-old right-hander. Fires the 0-1. It misses wide, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Born in New London, Connecticut, resides in Mystic, Connecticut, signed as a minor league free agent by the Orioles back in 2021 ahead of that season. He turns and fires the 1-1 to Auerbach. It's swung on and missed high, a fastball, run the count to 1-2. This is his third start of the season. has not appeared in the majors yet this year. Spent all of 2021 with Baltimore, went 6-14 with a 6.27 ERA in 28 games all starts. As the 1-2 pitch comes in, and it's lined out toward right center field, hanging up just enough. Colton Cowser running and makes the catch. Shoulder high, mid-stride. Great play in deep center by Colton Cowser. And there's 2 away. Umpiring crew for today's game, you've got Kevin Manzik at third base. Hardlin Acosta is the crew chief over at first. And Mitch Treziak is calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. Now here's Diego Rincones. They'll put the shift on for the right-handed hitter. A .254 average for Rincones this season, a .669 OPS in 51 games played. 6 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 22 runs batted in. Here's the first pitch home. Rincones watches breaking ball miss wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. Harvey has used 5 pitches mixed throughout his career. 4-seam fastball, also has a sinker, a slider, a curve, and a change. Uses the change least often. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Went with the slider that time, and it runs the count even at 1. Harvey made 1 rehab start with Aberdeen. He tossed 6 scoreless innings and a no decision, struck out for 4 hits, no walks. He picked up the win on Tuesday in his first start with Bowie, the 1-1. Called a strike. Fastball nicks the upper half of the zone, run it to 1-2. On Tuesday, he tossed 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, including 2 solo home runs, but he struck out 9 and walked none. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up, left side, shallow left now, backing out the shortstop. Ortiz sees it, he reads it, he makes the catch, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Harvey, and we're on to the bottom of the first. Richmond nothing, Bowie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
A perfect first inning for Matt Harvey in the top of the first. The Bowie Baysox will try to strike first here in the bottom of the first. Each team has scored in the first inning in at least one of these games in this series. Bowie will try to keep the trend going today. As Jake Dahlberg warms on the mound for the Richmond Flying Squirrels, the starting lineup for the Baysox looks like this. Colton Cowser leads off. He's in center field, followed by Cesar Prieto at third base, batting second. Ramon Arias is at second base, batting third. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, fourth. Maverick Hanley, the catcher, bats fifth. Cody Roberts, the DH, bats sixth. Andrew Dashbach at first base, bats seventh. Zach Watson in right field, eighth. And Christopher Cespedes is in left field, batting ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles, managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Galvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. Bowie is 31-43 on the season, 4-1 in the second half. And again, that lineup for the Baysox, you've got Cowser, Prieto, Arias, Ortiz, Hanley, Roberts, Dashbach, Watson, Cespedes, all to face off against left-handed pitcher Jake Dahlberg on the mound. Left-hander Cowser will dig in. 4 for 10 in his young AA career, but a 1484 OPS. That's thanks in part to 2 of his hits going for extra bases, a double and a home run. He's also walked 5 times and only struck out 3 times. It'll be his first time leading off, however. Connor Norby was the leadoff batter for all 5 games in this series. Up until today, Norby is getting the day off. First pitch home to him, and Cowser watches a fastball called for strike on a very generous outside edge. It's 0-1 to open. 2 lefties to open up the lineup for Bowie, and then it's right-handers the rest of the way. As the 0-1 pitch comes in, and Cowser watches it low. Curveball runs the count even at 1. Colton has actually split his at-bats evenly against left-handers and right-handers so far. He's 2 for 5 against both. Here's the 1-1. That one misses low again. Sinker runs the count to 2 balls and a strike on Kauser. Very light shift put on for Kauser. He hasn't pulled the ball very much at all here in Double-A. But again, still only 4 games deep, so small numbers. The 2-1 swung on and missed. Went with the curveball that time down as Dahlberg runs it even at 2. He's not fed a pitch really into the zone in this entire plate appearance because the first one was a little bit generous on the outside edge. Reading it on the track man, looked like it probably should have gone for ball 1. But Dahlberg has worked it even at 2. He looks for the punch out. 2-2 pitch. Nicked. Foul. It was in on the hands. Rolled over slightly over to the Baysox on deck circle where Cesar Prieto takes some short swings. Swinging it, choked up on the bat with just one hand, his left hand. Here's another 2-2. Kauser watches it wide. Good slider there with some two-plane movement from Dahlberg as it runs full on the first batter of the inning. Dahlberg has opponents hitting 161 on full counts this season, 12 strikeouts, 8 walks. Here's the payoff to Kauser. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball inside, and Dahlberg wins the opening battle. Defensive alignment for Richmond this evening. You've got Diego Rincones in left, Jacob Hayward in center, and Armani Smith in right. Sean Roby is at third base, Shane Matheny at short, Tyler Fitzgerald at second, and Frankie Tostado is at first. Brett Arbach catches behind the plate for Jake Dahlberg on the mound. Here's Cesar Prieto. First pitch. Prieto, he squares, but pulls back as the pitch moves down and away. Actually gets past Arbach. I think he was less concerned about catching that pitch with no one on base and more so about getting into a stance to field a potential bunted ball. But the count starts out at 1-0 on Prieto. Third base plays in on the baseline now after that as the 1-0, though, is called a strike on a wide fastball. Count evens at 1. Prieto did not square. Jake Dahlberg, a 6-foot, 205-pound, 28-year-old left-hander from Vancouver, Washington. Minor league free agent signed by the Giants back in July of 2021 after pitching an indie ball for a couple of years. Here's the 1-1, signaled up the middle. A seeing eye single for Cesar Prieto as he continues to run for Bowie. He's got hits in back-to-back games now in 5 of his last 6. Here's Ramon Arias. Dahlberg on the season for Richmond, 3 and 4 with a 4.43 ERA. 13 games all starts this season. He's tossed 65 innings, struck out 66 batters, walked only 15, but he's allowed 12 home runs and opponents are actually hitting it for a 281 clip this year. Arias steps in. First pitch into the right-hander, misses inside. And Arbach nearly lost it for a second, but just held on. Count starts out at 1-0. Arias on the Major League rehab assignment for Baltimore. Originally scheduled to play just yesterday and today. He went 0 for 3 yesterday with 3 strikeouts. It was the rain-shortened game for Bowie. They lost 10-3. Bowie has only had 2 games shortened by rain this season. They've lost both of them. They've both been here at Prince George's Stadium. The 1-0 lifted out to right field. Smith has a beat on it, moves over to his left and now stops. Leans a bit to his right before finally making the catch, and there's 2 away. The Baysox are in their home white uniforms this evening, white pants, the black script Baysox on the front side of the jersey, and it's the home white cap. Richmond are in their road blacks tonight, white numbers on the back and the white R logo on the left breast, gray pants and a red cap, black brim. Here's Joey Ortiz. 214 average for Ortiz this season, a 613 OPS in 66 games played, 13 doubles, 3 triples, 4 homers, 31 batted in. First pitch, he sprays it foul right side, and the count opens up at 0-1. Dahlberg has been the starting pitcher in each of the last 4, or I should say, has been the starting pitcher for 4 consecutive losses. He's been the losing pitcher in 3 of them, including on Tuesday. Shift on for Ortiz, next pitch. Misses down and inside, a fastball. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. Ortiz had a good day at the plate yesterday. He went 1 for 2 with a pair of runs batted in. Both times he drove in Cesar Prieto. Prieto went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Prieto's at first base right now with 2 outs and a scoreless bottom first. 1-1, bounce to the right side through a massive gap into right field, a base hit. Prieto will stop at second. He scampers in and closes things there. But Ortiz has now bumped his hit streak up to 5 consecutive games as the Baysox have runners at first and second with 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. And now Maverick Handley. Dahlberg was tagged for a season's high, career high, 8 runs on Tuesday. The Baysox nailed him for 2 home runs. They ended up winning 9-3. Matt Harvey was the winning pitcher after Harvey spun a perfect first here today. First pitch home to Handley is swung on and missed. The fastball wide. Count opens up at 0-1. It's a .244 average for Handley this season, a .779 OPS in 40 games played, 8 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. First and second, 2 away. As the next offering comes in, and it's swung on and missed down. Handley goes to a knee, trying to chase after it, and the count goes to 0-2. I brought it up at the start of this half inning. All 5 games in this series leading into today has seen at least one of these 2 teams score in the first inning. But it looks like that might end here as it's 2 away and an 0-2 count on Handley. The pitch popped up behind home plate, out of play. Souvenir opportunity for the Diamond View level as we rate on another 0-2 pitch to Handley. Dahlberg was still able to finish 5 1/3 innings on Tuesday despite the career-high 8 runs allowed, the season-high 7 earned runs allowed. He's been very reliable, but this inning is already a bit laborious. Here's another 0-2. It misses wide. Do you like that word I snuck in there? The count goes to 1-2. Dahlberg already up to 19 pitches. Two singles in the frame as the 1-2 comes in and Handley bounces it slowly third base line. That's a foul ball. Picked up by Sean Roby, looked to be just over the bag, and of course that's the home plate umpire's decision. He had a good read on it. It holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes as Handley lives to see another pitch. Great turnout in the lower level of the bowl here at Prince George's Stadium. Of course, plenty of fans going to sit around for the fireworks show to follow tonight's game. Headed into the 4th of July contest tomorrow when the Baysox will hit the road to face off against the Somerset Patriots. As Handley calls for time, steps out of the box briefly and will reset. First and second, 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Still a scoreless game as Bowie tries to open it up. Dahlberg sets, rocks back and forth slightly out of the stretch. The left-hander sends home and Handley pops it up out toward left center. Jacob Hayward is the one running down on it, now running a long way. Finally makes the catch, and the inning is over. So for the first time all series, we are scoreless after 1 inning. On to the second here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie and Richmond, you're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Look at your red capes ready and your iron suits too, because it's Superhero Day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 31st. You can meet your favorite costumed hero, and the first 750 fans ages 13 and up will pick up a Grayson Rodriguez Superman bobblehead for their own. Not only that, but it'll also be Heroes Day at the ballpark, honoring police, fire, and EMS with a Guns N' Hoses charity softball game. And the Baysox will wear custom Heroes jerseys auctioned off post-game to benefit the Children's Cancer Foundation. Sunday, July 31st, so get your tickets at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On to the second inning here at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox and the Squirrels are scoreless. A rare time to say that after each team scored at least one run combined over each of the first 5 games in this series. Bowie's actually been one of the most prolific first-inning teams all season. They're top 3 in the league in both runs scored and runs allowed in the first inning. The only team in the entire Eastern League in the top 3 for both categories. But they are still able to lean on Matt Harvey, who tossed the perfect first inning, to try and do it again here in the second. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Squirrels, starting with left-hander Frankie Tostado, one of only 2 lefties in the line for Richmond. Of the 5 hits that Harvey gave up on Tuesday, 2 of them were to left-handers. As Tostado stands in, first pitch on its way home. And it's popped foul behind home plate. That one's coming our way. Look out on the lower bowl, and it just hits off of a fan's hands. Fan behind him had a glove, and that glove came up empty. Oh, unfortunate. So we wait on the 0-1 pitch to Frankie Tostado, who's batting .296 this season. His average has dipped below 300 in this series, an .828 OPS in 66 games played. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one lifted in fair territory left side, now ranging toward foul, but in play, third baseman Prieto reaches back into fair territory and makes the catch. That one waving back and forth, riding the line, but it's an out, and it's 4 in a row retired by Matt Harvey to start the evening.
Yeah, Matt, and I think that Harvey is doing a very good job of mixing up his pitches here right out of the gate today. He's really got Richmond off balance.
Moving well around the zone, too. There's not really anything that has looked troublesome. He's been keeping it at least high enough. No ground ball outs just yet. The early strikeout of Shane Matheny on a full count, but since then, a lot of weak contact. Here's Sean Roby, first pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. It's 0-1. .219 average for Roby this season, a .784 OPS in 63 games, 4 doubles, a triple, 20 home runs, including one last night, 43 runs batted in. His solo blast last night tied the Richmond franchise record for home runs in a single campaign. The 0-1 swung on and missed inside. Breaking ball runs the count quickly to 0-2. And I had heard a quick conversation between him and Richmond's fantastic broadcaster Trey Wilson. Roby said, well, I'm not thinking about that too much. It's not the goal to set these kinds of records here in Richmond. As the 0-2 pitch comes in, it misses down and away, and the count runs the ball into 2 strikes. And that's not a slight on Richmond in any way. It's just the nature of minor league baseball.
Well, I also think you don't really have to worry about it when you got 2.5 months left.
That's true.
Incredible, his power production this year.
Decent shift put on for him in the 1-2 pitch. Just misses high, a fastball, and it runs the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Roby had an excellent start to the year as well. While he did have 7 home runs in June, the first 9 games of the season, he had 5 home runs. Here's the 2-2. This one floated out towards shallow right. Zach Watson, he was pinched in just enough, and the right fielder makes the catch. So 2 away, 5 consecutive retired by Matt Harvey to open the evening. And now here's Tyler Fitzgerald. Right-hander's only hitting .183 this season, but a .653 OPS in 67 games, 8 doubles and a triple, 10 homers, 30 runs batted in. Righty on righty from Harvey, and the first pitch in. That breaking ball called a strike on the upper outside corner. It's 0-1 to start. Good slider there. Fitzgerald went 2 for 3 yesterday with his 10th home run. It's his only one against the Baysox this season. Overall, he's hitting 143 against Bowie. The 0-1 misses down and away the curve. Run the count even at a ball and a strike. Well, a warm, sunny day here at Prince George's Stadium. You've got a rare Sunday evening game. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed again away. Slider runs it to 1-2. But with a 6:05 start instead of the 6:35, you've got about 95% of the field taking in the warm glow of the sun. There's not as much humidity today as there was yesterday. It's been a perfect day for ball. The 1-2 just misses away. The shortstop, Joey Ortiz, thought he was headed back to the dugout, but that one was a pretty clear-cut ball on the slider. Runs the count even at 2 on Fitzgerald. Harvey looks for his second consecutive perfect inning. He holds, looks for low and away, and fires the 2-2. It is low and away, but too far as the count runs full. Only the second full count that Harvey has worked to today. Shane Matheny struck out looking on a full count back in the first. It was a changeup. Back on Tuesday, Harvey worked to 3 full counts. He struck out 2 batters and got a weak pop out on the other. The payoff to Fitzgerald. Here's a line drive, flared into right center. It's down for a base hit. First batter aboard for Richmond today. It's a 2-out single for Tyler Fitzgerald here in the top of the second, and the inning continues now for Brandon Martirano. Well, Fitzgerald's actually been a pretty good hitter with full count offerings this year. A 240 average. That's 60 points higher than his overall season average, so you know he's making good contact at least. As Martirano steps into the box, a 221 average for him this year, a 715 OPS in 54 games played. Still righty on righty, and the shift stays on. First pitch called a strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1 to start. 9 doubles, 3 triples, 7 homers, and 29 runs batted in for Martirano this season, but he struck out 74 times and walked only 20 times. This has been a high strikeout team in Richmond. As the 0-1 comes in, and it's in there for a called strike. Sinker runs the count to 0-2. The Squirrels strike out about 3 times at the plate for every walk that they draw. Meanwhile, the Baysox only strike out about 2 1/4 for every walk. Runner at first, 2 away, top of the second, scoreless. The 0-2 from Harvey. Misses down. Stuck with the sinker, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. So he worked Fitzgerald ahead. Had him a ball and 2 strikes. Martirano 0-2, and now to 1-2. You got the called strike 3 on Matheny to start the game. Maybe try to feed something in the zone early for the put-down pitch. Runner goes. The 1-2 is down and away for a ball. Throw to second is just high and late. Well timed by Maverick Hanley, but just a little too high, and Tyler Fitzgerald is a perfect 8 for 8 in stolen bases this season. Now puts runner in scoring position as the count runs even at 2. Well, most of the fans in attendance, especially on the upper bowl, are seated on the left side of the ballpark. That's where the shade is, especially in general admission. The sun-soaked right side is a little sparse right now. Might change as the day progresses. The 2-2. Here's a line drive shot out to a deep left center field. Kauser ranging on it. He sees it, and he receives it. Makes the catch down at the chin, and the inning is over. 2-out single left stranded at second, and as we move to the bottom of the second, Bowie and Richmond are scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service, and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom-tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Bottom of the second here at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox and the Squirrels are still scoreless. Matt Sabatas alongside Adam Pohl. Jake Dahlberg back to work on the mound for Richmond. Left-hander will face off against 6, 7, and 8 in the Bowie lineup, starting with Cody Roberts. Roberts a .268 average, a .773 OPS this season, 39 games played, 8 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 28 runs batted in. Lefty on righty to start. The infield a small step into the pull side for Roberts, but they're still relatively straight up. First pitch is called a strike. Breaking ball nicks the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Roberts has been a very consistent hitter for the Baysox this season. It's just been so unfortunate that he hasn't been able to get some routine playing time just because of tandeming as a catcher, and he's been one of the main guys to go on the taxi squad for Baltimore as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed low, hits the dirt, and it runs the count to 0-2. A prime example of how consistent a hitter Cody Roberts has been. He's on a 2-game hitless streak right now. This is only the second time all season that he's gone hitless in back-to-back games. Base is empty, still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. We wait on the 0-2, here it is, and it's grounded to the left side, and he's out of that skid. Roberts leads off with a single to left. And Bowie opens up with a runner at first base. So now here's Andrew Dashbach. Dashbach a .204 average on the year. That average has been climbing as well. .731 OPS in 60 games. First pitch into the right-hander. Misses inside. Curveball starts it out at 1-0. 7 doubles, no triples. 10 home runs for Dashbach. That's tied for the active team lead with Hudson Haskin, who's got the day off today. 35 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball misses high the slider, and the count goes to 2-0 on Dashbach. That pitches per plate appearance number has been hovering for him as well. There have been a couple of plate appearances where he's gone down quickly. It's almost as if he's shifting to the extreme ends of it while holding just the average the same. The 2-0 pitch. Misses wide a ball, and it's 3-0. Because Dashbach averages about 4.3 pitches per plate appearance. He's one of the guys that will really just run a pitcher down, sees the most full counts on the team. But sometimes there are full games where he'll just go down on the first, second, third pitch. The 3-0 pitch here is called a strike. Fastball hits the inside edge, and it runs it to 3-1. But then you start out with at-bats like this, where he's obviously running with his patience to start. Doesn't want to go chasing at a pitch that he knows is going to go wide. But now on a 3-1 count, we'll have to see. Runner at first, nobody out. The pitch. Breaking ball, up and away, ball 4. First walk given up by Dahlberg today. 16th overall this season for the left-hander. And the Baysox open the inning with 2 men on base. Now here's Zach Watson. .196 average for the right-hander this season, a .577 OPS in 54 games played. 7 doubles and 2 triples, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. And time call behind home plate. Brett Arbach was shoring up a little bit of the dirt in front of his feet. Wanted to have the right footing. Still lefty on righty. And the first pitch in. Watson squares, pokes it perfectly up the third baseline, barehanded by Dahlberg, sent to first, and it's in time. Superb play by the pitcher there. Got to give the credit where it's due. But Watson executes the sacrifice on a very clean-looking bunt. Advances both runners, and there's now one away here in the bottom of the second. 1-3 on the sacrifice. And now Christopher Cespedes, with 2 in scoring position and 1 away, will draw the entire infield in. Not all the way in. They're pretty much all on the baseline right now. Oh, here they come. All in tandem, up to the grass. First pitch, Cespedes watches a called strike. Fastball in the lower inside corner. It's 0-1. So the Baysox, when they play in, they just start on the grass. Richmond, they just walk in from the baseline, almost as if they're enclosing you, trying to trap you, make you claustrophobic. Oh, it's very scary. Here's the 0-1 to Cespedes. Nicked foul back to the screen, went chasing on a curveball away. It's 0-2. 194 average for Cespedes this season, a 668 OPS in 23 games played, 4 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. Second and third, 1 away here in the bottom of the second, a scoreless game. Cespedes just needs to get it out of the infield, but he grounds out more often than he flies out. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, curveball way in the dirt. Since it ate up some dirt, Cespedes will take a jog to first, but the throw gets there. And that's the second strikeout for Jake Dahlberg. Comes at a crucial moment. Because now 2 away, you need a base hit to drive in the run. Colton Cowser will be the one to try for it. Cowser struck out swinging on a full count offering back in the first inning. And they put the shift on for the left-hander. First pitch in. And it misses wide, a fastball. Count opens up at 1-0. Dahlberg has had a tough time with fellow lefties this season. Strikeout to walk ratio is a lot lower. He doesn't give up as many big hits. Only 1 of the 12 home runs he's allowed has been to left-handers, but lefties are hitting him at .319 this season. Here's the 1-0. Cowser flinches at a curveball away, and the count goes to 2-0. So Cowser's actually only been up with runners in scoring position once this season. Make that 3 times with Bowie. But he has 1 hit and 2 walks, so he's at least getting on base. He could load the bases for Cesar Prieto as a grand slam in this series. 2-0. Just misses wide. Sinker runs the count to 3-0 on Cowser. Scoreless game in the bottom of the second. Bowie trying to take 5 of 6. Be the first time they've done that all season. Here's the 3-0 to Cowser. Late swing, poked foul the other way, and the count runs to 3-1. Bowie hasn't had too many series wins this year. Their most recent one was when they took 4 of 6, or actually 4 of 7 from Binghamton. Then prior to that, they took 3 of 5 against Harrisburg at the start of May. The 3-1 to Cowser. Inside, nearly clipped him, but it's ball 4. So the bases are loaded for Cesar Prieto on the second walk by Dahlberg today, both in this inning.
And Matt, this is the guy you wanted to play, is it not? I mean, he's got 10 hits in this series.
He's 2 for 8 with the bases loaded. Both hits coming in this series, including the grand slam back on Tuesday. Or was that Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. It was one of these days. There were a lot of big games in this series for Cesar Prieto and the Baysox offense in general. It was Wednesday, but he's 2 for 8 with the bases loaded. First pitch. He watches a called strike. Fastball nicks the inner half, and it's 0-1 to start. He has not struck out with the bases loaded yet this season. Two away here in the bottom of the second. Still a scoreless game. The 0-1. This is inside. Curveball runs the count even at a ball and a strike. Oh, I said that first inning was lengthy for Dahlberg. He's already at 40 pitches here. with just 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The 1-1 to Prieto. Misses away. Arbach was set for that, though, so no issue about it getting past, but it does run the count to 2-1. Inning started with 2 leadoff base runners. Cody Roberts singled to left field. Andrew Dashbach drew a 5-pitch walk. Zach Watson laid down a sacrifice bunt, and Christopher Cespedes struck out swinging. But then Colton Cowser drew a walk to load the bases, and now 2-1 to Cesar Prieto. The pitch in, and he flares it foul. Left side out of play. Count runs even at 2. That was a good pitch to hit, too. Sinker just sat middle of the zone. And I bet Prieto wishes he had that one back. Dahlberg sets, holds at the chest, a little bit of an angle toward first. The 2-2 to Prieto. Check swing called strike 3. Sinker hit the outside edge. Prieto's going to argue about it a little bit. But we've already seen the short fuse of this umpiring crew in this series. And it looked to be a good called strike. The inning is over. The Baysox stray and the bases loaded on Dahlberg's 3rd strikeout. 3rd inning coming up, a scoreless game. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Well, we bring you back in for the 3rd inning here at Prince George's Stadium. Always a pleasure to have you along, as the Baysox and the Flying Squirrels are still scoreless after 2. Matt Harvey back to work on the mound, and we hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. So it'll be 8-9-1 here for the Squirrels to bat in this top of the 3rd inning. Here's Armani Smith. Boy, Bowie has had their chances here, the Baysox, leaving 5 men aboard in the first 2 innings of play. So no score as Harvey goes back to work. He's retired 6 out of 7 today. The right-hander into the wind. Here's the pitch. And a fastball's off the outside for ball 1 here to Smith. Harvey has worn both the number 32 and 33 as a big leaguer. As there's a swing and a miss for a strike. And the count is 1-1. He's wearing the number 33 today in his Baysox uniform. The wind of the 1-1 coming. And it's a slider bending down and away, ball 2. Of course, if Harvey gets back to his desired location, which would be in Baltimore, he would be number 32. As now the 2-1 to Smith. And a foul right at the plate. And the count is 2-2. Of course, number 33 is a retired number in Baltimore. The great first baseman, a switch hitter, one of the greatest switch hitters in baseball history, the great Eddie Murray. A wind of the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. He went off speed. And Smith cuts through at the 2nd strikeout of the night here for Harvey. And now Jacob Hayward will come to the plate here for the Baysox. Or check that for Richmond. Now Hayward, a right-handed hitter. One out, nobody on. Harvey in his third inning of work. Harvey was a very highly drafted ball player as well. Pitch and a breaking ball cuts off the outside, ball one. He was the first-round draft choice of the New York Mets in 2010. He was the 7th pick of the draft. Pitch, fastball, chop foul, off towards the third base side. Count stays here at a ball and a strike. Harvey would be in this Eastern League just 1 year later. The 1-1. And it's just right around the belt, but called up high, ball two. Harvey went 5-3 in this Eastern League with Binghamton back in 2011. Made 12 starts with the Binghamton Mets. As there's a cold strike. A fastball on the outside corner. And it's 2-2 now to Hayward. He was a quick riser to the bigs. He would make his big league debut in 2012. 2-2 coming. Swinging a line drive, but foul into the seats. Right behind the tarp area, down the left field line. And we'll do it again. 2-2 here to Hayward. Just a 189 hitter on the year with 2 homers. Hayward has been with Richmond since 2019. Harvey gets the sign from Hanley. And now, just as he steps up back into his windup, time is called. Harvey spent a little bit less than a half a year here at this AA level, the second half of the 2011 season. As now a swing and a lifted foul fly out of play right side off a fastball. And we'll do it again here, 2-2. Harvey, of course, was a big league all-star in 2013 and then really helped pitch the Mets to the World Series in 15. Pitch and a foul right behind the plate. And we'll do it again, 2-2 the count. Injuries have derailed really the superstar career of Harvey, but he's got pretty good velocity here. In his 2 starts with the Baysox, that last fastball was 93. He throws, and a breaking ball dives down and away from the right-handed hitting Hayward. And the count is 3-2. Well, we've got no score. And out, nobody aboard in this top of the third inning. Hayward 2 for 13 in this series. The younger brother of World Series champion Jason Hayward. 3-2 the count to Jacob. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. He beat him with a fastball. Right at the bottom of the zone at 94 miles an hour. And Harvey has found the first 2 hitters here for Richmond. Here to begin this third inning. And now back to the top of the order for Shane Matheny, who homered against Harvey. Right down the left field line, an opposite field shot for the left-handed hitter on Tuesday night. The wind of the pitch, and a breaking ball dives down and in for ball one. So Matheny, and was probably one of the shortest homers all year in the entire league. It's 309 down the lines here in Bowie, and he curled one towards the foul pole that just was fair as a changeup is cut out and missed. And the count is now 1-1. Matheny was an outstanding collegiate baseball player. Played at Washington State University. In fact, he was a 3-year starter there. 1-1. And there's a line shot, but pulled foul onto the berm in front of the lighthouse. Strike 2. Matheny started 155 games in 3 collegiate seasons. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes as Harvey winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. A foul tip into the mid of the catcher Hanley, and with it the inning is over. He beat him with a fastball, and Harvey strikes out the side in order in the third inning. So we now head to the bottom of inning 3, no score. Bowie and Richmond on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, it's a special Baysox Live Happy Hour on Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium. Along with the usual live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30, it's also Margaritaville night out at the ballpark. Get your flip-flops, salt shakers, and Hawaiian t-shirts ready to celebrate cruise culture with Margaritaville night, sponsored by Bud Light. That's Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Great to be back with you here on this beautiful Sunday night in Bowie. A great crowd and just a great night for baseball. No score, bottom of the third. Here's Ramon Urias. Big league rehabber and the pitch. And he swings and misses through an all-speed pitch down. And the count is 0-1. Boy, Urias trying to make amends for a tough first night. It happens when you've been off for about a month. Coming off of an oblique strain, the pitch. And he swings and grounds it deep in the hole at short. Backhanding Matheny, the long throw in time. An accurate peg, and Urias retired. And one down. He's now 0 for 5 in his 2 days here with Bowie. But he's looking better tonight. He did not get down on a few ground balls last night. Had an error and struck out in all 3 of his at-bats. The one retired, and now Joey Ortiz comes to the plate. Ortiz, a great piece of hitting his first time up. As from the stretch, the pitch, and a breaking ball down and in for ball 1. Cowser, or check that, it was Prieto that was at first. And with that, Tostado is well off the bag at first here. Defensively, he had to hold the runner on. The right side of the infield was wide open, and Ortiz grounded a base hit. That way is there's a hard ground ball, and it's through. This time pulled to the left side, and Ortiz is 2 for 2 tonight. What a great piece of hitting. And now Maverick Hanley will come to the plate. Now Hanley is a unique ball player. He went to Stanford, and when he came into professional baseball, he said that his goal after his playing days was over was to go to medical school. You don't see too many ball players that say that. As from the stretch, Dahlberg delivers, and it's in there at the knees with a changeup, and the count is 0-1. We had a pitcher, former big leaguer, pitched a long time in the Korean League, Tyler Wilson. Back around 2014, pitch. And there's a drive, well hit to left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's fair, and it's way out of here. And Hanley knew it. His 6th of the year is a momentous blast way into the Bowie night. And the Baysox have a 2-0 lead. That might have been the biggest bat flip I've ever seen here at Prince George's Stadium. Maverick launched his bat maybe 20 feet in the air. It did 3 turns and it landed perfectly. It was like a triple axel. Here's Cody Roberts. And a breaking ball's down and in for ball 1.
You ever seen Tom Lawless's bat flip? I want to say it was the '86 World Series. I'm going to pull it up for you. It reminded me.
For former Orioles minor league manager, the Russian judge gave that bat flip a 6.0. Here's the pitch. And a fastball down the middle taken. And the count now 1-1. Well, the way that Hanley is swinging the bat, he is such a solid defensive ball player that you would think med school may still be a long ways away. There's a fastball off the outside, and it's 2-1. How about that? From the stretch, Dahlberg staying for the stretch, he throws. And there's a soft liner dipping down a base hit in the right field. Turning first, the throw from Smith, the right fielder, came back behind Roberts. He had to hustle back in, and he's 2 for 2 today. And all of a sudden, the Baysox are making something happen here against Dahlberg again. It's such an unusual year that he's had against Bowie. He did not allow even a run in his first 3 starts against the Baysox. But here this week, he is struggling badly. As from the stretch, here's the pitch to Dashbach, and he takes a strike of the knees, a fastball near the outside corner. Dahlberg allowed 8 runs, 7 of which earned in 5 1/3 innings Tuesday, and he's been in trouble every inning today. As now the 0-1 coming, and it's off the outside, a fastball. Or check that might have been a changeup. Count 1-1. The Baysox left 5 men on base in the first 2 innings. They left them loaded in the second. Now 3 in a row have reached, including the 2-run homer. As there's a swing and a ground ball left side. Off the glove of Roby to his left. It caroms into shallow left. And back to the bag at second is Roberts. And that is an enormous mistake. It's an error. And you never want to allow another team to have to get 4 outs, right? In theory, to get out of an inning. But that may have been a 2-out mistake. And that looked like a double play ground ball. Roby cutting to his left, trying to glove it. And it caroms right off the side of his mitt. The shortstop, Matheny, was cutting over, but it ended up kicking behind him. And now we've got a visit on the mound as the pitching coach and Paul Oseguera is coming out to talk things over here. 4 in a row have reached. 2 runs are in. The Baysox have 2 men on and only 1 man out. And Zach Watson coming to the plate. On Tuesday night, Matt, Bowie really was aggressive early in the count against Dahlberg, who is a strike thrower from the left side, a veteran that doesn't throw very hard. Fastball topping out around 90 miles an hour. They've been a little bit more patient today, but boy, already 6 hits against. As here's the pitch, and Watson takes a strike at the knees with a fastball. And they count 0-1. Now Bowie has 6 hits and 2 walks and a runner reaching via an error. And Dahlberg's gotten 7 outs. The 0-1. And a ground ball foul up the third base line. Outside of the bag, it's 0-2. Now it's 2-0, but frankly, it could be worse for Richmond right now. Last night, Richmond blew the game open early, largely due to the fact that in the second inning, they were able to get a 5-run rally out of it. The 0-2 coming. Changeup getting a wave and a miss. Strike 3. A one-handed cut from Watson. The fourth strikeout of the night for Dahlberg, and that's a big one. It ends a run of 4 in a row reaching. And now Christopher Cespedes in his second year in the Orioles organization after playing prior in the Cleveland Guardians system. Cleveland Indians at the time. He stands in. Roberts off the bag at second, the lead runner. Has a swing and a ground ball foul. And Dahlberg went off speed, and the count 0-1 as Cespedes was out in front of it. Now Maverick Hanley with a long 2-run homer. And the Baysox threatening afterwards as well here. 2 runs are in, 2 men are on, 2 men down. The pitch. And there's a ground ball right up the middle. It's a base hit. Turning third, Roberts with the plate. He's going to score without a throw. They throw behind the runner at second. And back to the bag safely is Dashbach. It's a 3-0 Bowie lead. And Matt, you love to see it when just about everybody is contributing. And the 9-hole hitter in Cespedes comes through in a big spot there with his second hit of this series. And now Colton Cowser, who walked again his last time up, the 6th time he has walked this week. He'll come to the plate. It's only his 5th game. As Dahlberg is set, and now the pitch, and it's in the dirt, a breaking ball bouncing, and the count is 1-0. Cowser is 4 for 11 at the plate, but he's got 6 walks. So he is showing the looks of an outstanding table-setting ball player at the top of the order. Lefty-lefty matchup, the pitch, and another breaking ball dives down and away. Ball 2. And here we are in the 3rd inning, and Richmond has got a right-hander up and loose in their bullpen. He's just lightly tossing Solomon Bates, former 8th rounder of the Giants in 2018. 3 runs are in, 2 men are on, 2 down. 3-0 Bowie leads. As the catcher Auerbach called time prior to Dahlberg coming plateward. The 2-0 pitch, and it's off the outside, a fastball, ball 3. If you're not going to throw strikes, Cowser's not the guy that's going to bail you out. He's going to let you miss. We've seen a lot of Baysox players drafted in the last few years that do just that. The pitch, and there's a strike at the knees on the outside corner. Good fastball, and the count is 3-1. You see it in the big leagues already from the newest staple in the Orioles lineup in Adley Rutschman. 3-1. And it's off the outside. It just did miss, ball 4. Cowser has walked for a 2nd time today. And the bases are loaded. And Bowie's got a chance to blow this thing wide open here. How big would it be for the Baysox? I mean, not just to win a series, Matt spoke to how rare it has been for the Baysox to win series in the first half of the year, but to go 5-1 against the division champs of the first half would be an enormous statement. Here's Prieto and the pitch, and he swings and chops it right side. Fitzgerald charged the glove, and the second baseman throws out Prieto, and the inning is over. So the Baysox leave the bases loaded for a 2nd consecutive inning, but they score 3 times in the frame. And we head to the 4th. 3-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
So we head to the top of the fourth inning. And now it is Brett Auerbach who will lead it off here for the Baysox in this frame. Auerbach will be followed by Rincones and Tostado. This is 2, 3, and 4 in the Richmond order. It is a fourth inning of work here for Harvey. Auerbach flied out to center his first time up. The Baysox really play him to pull here, and the pitch. And a breaking ball gets a wave and a miss, strike one. So the Baysox have had 2 or more on in all 3 innings. A 3-run third inning rally, and they still left the bases loaded. 0-1 coming. Now there's a foul right at the plate off a fastball, and the count is 0-2. It's pretty wild. Bowie's got 3 runs on 7 hits, but they have left 8 men on base in 3 innings, which is 1 shy of the amount that you could, right? I mean, you can only leave them loaded. Count is 0-2. And here's the pitch. And it's off the outside, a breaking ball, ball 1. Urias is right up the middle of the Bowie second baseman tonight. Ortiz very deep in the hole at short. And here's the pitch. And it's off the outside, an off-speed delivery. Matt spoke a bit to this, but Richmond is a team that has had big-time power this year. They've hit 97 homers, which is a very high number. 14 more than Bowie coming into tonight. 2-2. And a lifted pop foul out of play left side. And we'll do it again here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And keep in mind, Richmond plays in a ballpark, unlike here in Bowie where the ball really flies out of here. The ball does not carry well at all at the diamond. In my time in this league, this is really the most prolific home run hitting team Richmond has had. As a fastball's up high, and the count is 3-2. Where you play the majority of your games usually factors so much into things like home runs that you've hit. The wind to the pitch from Harvey. And it's on the outside corner, strike 3. Auerbach had thrown away his bat, and he was heading to first, but the fastball has the outside edge. And there's 1 retired, and it's 5 strikeouts for Harvey. Well, Harvey had 9 strikeouts in his 5 innings on Tuesday. And here he is, 10 outs recorded, 5 via the K. Struck out 4 in a row. Here's the pitch. And Rincones takes a high strike, a bell tie heater, and the count is 0-1. Rincones is having an outstanding series. 9 for 17 in the series. Pitch. And he takes, where was that? Maybe a little bit up. Looked like a fastball beneath the belt right down the middle. But ruled to be high, and the count a ball and a strike. As Harvey now throws, and he goes off speed and misses just a little bit away. Rincones into today with hits in 11 of his last 12 and 14 of his last 16 games. The 2-1 coming. And it's down and away with a fastball for ball 3. He is not a guy, though, that walks all that often. The wind of the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive base hit. They were playing him to pull, and Ortiz, if he was playing him straight up, would have been right there to make that catch. But it sails into left field, and that is a second Richmond hit of the evening. And now Frankie Tostado will come to the plate, the left-handed hitter. Tostado has got 10 homers on the year. He has averaged 16 in each of his last 2 years. As Harvey comes home, and it's a little bit low with a changeup, and they count 1 ball and no strikes. Tostado played 100 games in Richmond last year, so he is one of the players with more experience entering this season at the AA level. As a chopper, and it's through. A base hit into right field. Rincones had to hold up to let it go by. He'll stop at second. And there's 2 men on. That was a well-struck baseball with only 1 down, and the dangerous Sean Roby, who has 20 homers and homered last night, will come to the plate. You know, one of the weirdest stats about Roby's season is that he's got 20 home runs, but he only has 25 extra base hits. A lot of times, if you got a lot of homers, you hit for a ton of doubles. He's got 4 doubles and a triple this year. The pitch. And he swings and grounds it towards the middle. Arias will glove. Looping throw in time as he ranged behind the bag at second. The second baseman having to cross beyond the second base bag to the shortstop side of it. And Arias, who had a chance to throw kind of cross body and get a force at second, instead just made the long lob across the diamond to get the out at first. Good play by Urias. But now runners are at second and third here. And Tyler Fitzgerald, who singled on a 3-2 delivery his first time up, will come to the plate. He began the series 0 for 10 with 5 strikeouts, but he's 3 of his last 4. Here's the pitch. And it's in there, a strike with a slider on the outside corner, and they count 0-1. A big spot in an early portion of the game. Richmond threatening for a first time. 3-0 Bowie leads. Top of the 4th. The runners off second and third. The 0-1 coming. And a line drive caught at third. Prieto brings in the head-high shot. And with it, the inning is over. The Baysox catch a break on a rocket off the bat of Fitzgerald. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 3-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print. not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
So we welcome you back, bottom of the fourth inning, and the Baysox have a 3-0 lead. Boy, Bowie sent 9 men to the plate in that third inning, so Urias, who grounded out to short to begin the third, will now begin the fourth. Against Jake Dahlberg, nobody is up in the Richmond pen as Dahlberg's ready, and he throws. And a curveball strike at the knees, and the count 0-1. Harvey has thrown 67 pitches through 4 innings today. And Dahlberg, as here's the pitch, and it's up and away, and the count 1-1. He was at 67 pitches heading into this fourth inning. We did have a rain-shortened game last night. That did help to aid to rest these bullpens. As, just off the inside, that pitch looked like it was there. A fastball, call the ball, and it's 2-1. Urias. Be interesting to see what the Orioles will do with him after today. That 2-1 pitch, and a swing and a lifted pop foul straight back out of play. Count is 2-2. I think the Norfolk Tides are on the road next week. And I'm not certain about Aberdeen, but we'll see if the Orioles will call them up. More than likely, Urias is not going to join Bowie in New Jersey. 2-2, and a fastball up high, ball 3. Albeit, you never know. Urias, a ball player that made his Major League debut in the 2020 season. What a weird year throughout baseball with the empty stands and everything. Obviously, not what you would think your Major League debut would feel like in that regard. Now in his third big league season, 3-2. And a lifted pop fly behind short. Matheny backpedaling into the outfield grass, and he'll make the catch. And Urias retired for the first out of this fourth inning. And now Joey Ortiz is having an outstanding night. He's going to come to the plate here. So the Baysox will head on the road. Now in minor league baseball, usually all Mondays are off days. But tomorrow night's July 4th, a great night for baseball. So Bowie will play tomorrow night. 7:05 start at Somerset. Pitch and a breaking ball down and in. And the count 1-0. So Bowie will play 6 games. The first 5 will be 7:05 starts. They will play Monday and then Wednesday through Saturday at 7:05. And then Sunday will be a 5:05 start. The pitch. And there's a strike, and the count 1-1. And then Bowie will next be at home beginning on Tuesday, July the 12th for a series. Wednesday's a day game, a noontime start, taking on Akron. 1-1 pitch. High fastball, cut it and missed. And the count 1-2. Joey Ortiz is Bowie's shortstop. Fitzgerald, the Richmond second baseman who plays him short. They were drafted in the same round, 4th round of the 2019 draft. 1-2 coming. And another elevated fastball this time. Ortiz gets a piece and he fouls it on the ground back to the backstop. Ortiz is 7 for 22 in this series, hitting better than 300. A 1-2 pitch, and it's in the dirt. And we'll see a 2-ball, 2-strike count forthcoming. Well, Dahlberg, very good command of his stuff, but again, he's not an overpowering pitcher. So sometimes he can get to 2 strikes and then have a tough time putting hitters away. as he throws. High fastball, and he broke the bat of Ortiz. Popped up to shallow left. Matheny, the shortstop, out, and he makes the catch. The back-to-back pop out. That is when Dahlberg is at his best, when he is able to elevate with velocity late in the count and get those weak fly balls. As here's a man that hit a fly ball that you would not deem weak his last time up, Maverick Hadley, who hit his 6th home run of the year, a tape measure shot to left field. Here's the pitch, and he swings and lifts a fly ball to right, near the line. Smith coming over, long run, and in fair ground he'll make the catch, and with it the inning is over. So a good bounce back inning for Dahlberg. Bowie goes down in order. We head to the 5th. It's a 3-0 Baysox lead on the Baysox Baseball Network.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry, visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
So we head to the top of the 5th inning. It's 3-0 Bowie. Back to work, Matt Harvey. And here with the call is Matt Sabates.
Well, Matt talking about Matt right now as Harvey continues what's been a very strong day. 4 shutout innings. If he can pitch through the 5th and maintain this 3-0 lead, he can make it 2 wins on the week for the Baysox. As it'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up in the lineup for Richmond, starting with Brandon Martirano. Armani Smith will follow, and then Jacob Hayward after that. The combined are 0 for 3. A flyout and 2 strikeouts. Part of that 3 up, 3 down 3rd inning for Harvey. Shadows pushing across a little bit on the left side of foul ground, inching a little bit into fair territory above the 3rd base bag, and then, of course, left field, getting most of the shade, as per usual here at this ballpark. In steps Martirano, a .221 average, with that flyout to straightaway center. He's finally starting to regress to the mean when playing against Bowie. He's had a great time against the Baysox this season. As the first pitch comes in, misses high, a fastball. Count opens up at 1-0. Martirano is .303 against the Baysox this year, an .804 OPS. Here's the 1-0. Sinker called for strike on the bottom edge of the zone as the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Bowie ahead 3-0. All 3 runs came together quickly in the 3rd. Next pitch. Curveball misses down and away as the count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Martirano got a lot of his work done in that opening weekend at this ballpark. It was kind of him and Hudson Haskin on those first 3 days. Next pitch, grounded foul, 3rd base side. As Richmond took 2 of those 3 games, Martirano had a 3-hit day on opening night, as did Hudson Haskin. Haskin had those 3 doubles, but then Haskin one-upped everyone with the 3 home run performance on that Sunday. Martirano has only 7 home runs this year. None of them have been against Bowie. 2-2, up and in. That one a little bit toward the tricep, but it runs the count full. So again, it's such a good thing for Bowie to have Matt Harvey right now, considering this is just him making sure he's still good to go as the 3-2 comes in. It's checked on high and called strike 3 by the first base umpire. 6th strikeout for Matt Harvey. I think Martirano agreed with the call because as soon as he tried to pull back, he started to turn a little bit toward the dugout. He wasn't going to argue it. That's the 6th punch out for Harvey after striking out 9 just 6 days ago. So now in steps the right-hander Armani Smith, as Harvey works first base side of the rubber. Hanley sets up low and away in the first pitch. It's called a strike. Fastball hits the upper inside corner, and the count opens up at 0-1. There's still so much that's potentially left in Matt Harvey's career, and I think some people might overlook that as the 0-1 is slowly grounded. Hits off of the mound. A tough play at second, backhanded by Arias, and sent to first. It's there! A superb play at second base for the big league infielder, and there's 2 gone. Such a slow roller, and to get deadened off of a bounce on the mound, too, that made it even more difficult. Arias had to play that one perfectly. He did. So now here's Jacob Hayward. But as I was saying, there's still so much potential left in the career of Matt Harvey. He's only 33 years old. There have been plenty of pitchers in this day and age that have gone well past that and dominated in the big leagues as the first pitch is grounded again to the left side of the bag, backhanded by Arias, thrown on a loft from the outfield grass, but it's on a bounce and off of Dashbox's glove, trickles slowly into right field, but looks like Hayward will be fine with just the single. They give it a single. Definitely the right call because Arias was putting in extraordinary effort to really even make that catch on the shortstop side of second base. To have 3 tough plays like that in the span of, what was it, 5 batters, 6 batters? It's fair that he might not make one of them. He still made 2 of them. I think a lot of people will take that 2 out of 3. Here's Shane Matheny, first pitch. Misses up and away for a ball. It's 1-0 to open. But again, of course, the numbers that just brought Matt Harvey to prominence in Major League Baseball are never going to be forgotten. His phenomenal 2013-2015 stretch as the next pitch to Matheny is called a strike on the bottom edge. It's 1-1. National League All-Star starting pitcher with a 9-5 record and a 2.27 ERA in 13. And then won Comeback Player of the Year in 2015 after undergoing Tommy John surgery, a 2.71 ERA with 13 wins. Next pitch, breaking ball misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-1. And obviously, everything he's gone through since leaving the Mets. There's a pickoff throw that skips away slowly, but Hayward will not try for second base. Dashbox sprinted after it after realizing it had hit off of his glove. He picked it up just before the warning track. Hayward is fine to stay at first. 2-1 on Matheny. Runner at first, 2 away in the top of the 5th as Bowie leads 3-0. Now Harvey, a lot of people might not even realize it, but he's played for 4 different major league teams since the Mets. I didn't even remember he pitched for Cincinnati. I didn't. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. High fastball. And the count runs even at 2. But he spent most of 2018 with the Reds. Then all of 2019 in the Angels organization, made 12 starts with the big league club. Then all of 2020 with Kansas City, and then, of course, last season in Baltimore. Runner goes. The 2-2 is fouled off. Fastball misses down and away, and the count remains. Hayward hasn't even attempted a stolen base this season, so this is interesting. Tyler Fitzgerald picked up a steal back in the second inning against Maverick Hanley, but the Baysox have been one of the best defensive catching teams in minor league baseball this season. They've only allowed 36 stolen bases, including the one today. That's second fewest in the minors, just behind AAA Omaha. So we wait on another 2-2 to Matheny. Here it is, and it's up and away. Fastball. Hayward didn't even try for a secondary lead on that one, but the count runs full. And with 2 outs, He'll get the free pass here. Mild shift put on for Matheny, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The payoff is flinched, but called strike 3. Fastball inside, and it's the 7th punch out for Matt Harvey. 5 scoreless for the big leaguer. Halfway home at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie leads 3-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's a busy day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 17th. Princesses and Pirates Day at the ballpark. Don your shiniest crown, wear your fanciest slippers or your peg leg and your eye patch as Prince George's Stadium transforms into a fun fairy tale castle and a swashbuckling ballpark. It's also Louie's birthday bash. Many of Louie's mascot friends will be on hand to celebrate what should be just a fantastic day at Prince George's Stadium. That's Sunday, July 17th, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Well, it's always such a great pleasure to bring you along each and every night as we've got another fantastic day of baseball here at Prince George's Stadium. Matt Sabatis alongside Adam Bowl with you from the ballpark in Bowie as the Baysox lead Richmond 3-0 here in the finale of this 6-game set. A spectacular turnout to celebrate our nation's independence on the final home game before the July 4th holiday. Cody Roberts will lead it off for the Baysox here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch home. As the left-hander Jake Dahlberg continues, misses inside, and it's 1-0 to start. 2 for 2 day for Cody Roberts. A pair of singles, a run scored. As each bullpen has a little bit of action going at the moment. Here's the 1-0, and Roberts swings through a low breaking ball. Count runs even at 1. So over on the Richmond side, you've got Solomon Bates. He was warming a little bit earlier. And on the Bowie side of things, you've got Justin Armbruster. He was the anticipated piggyback for Matt Harvey. So it looks like 5 innings is just the limit for Harvey right now. The 2-0 line right to third. Picked up by Sean Roby, and there's one gone.
Yeah, the thing about Armbruster is that if he's warming, that means he's going to come in the next inning.
Yeah, so since he is most likely going to rejoin the rotation once Harvey's rehab finishes, you want to make sure he gets his regular innings, and that's very important for the Baysox right now because you're not having Matt Harvey all season. You're going to have Justin Armbruster all season. And so far, Armbruster's been great. Don't want to intend that as maybe a slight to him or anything, but you want to make sure you get him his regular innings so he doesn't get off of his routine at all. Here's Andrew Dashbach, first pitch in, and it's knuckled foul, in on the hands, back to the screen, 0-1 to start. It's an 0 for 1 day for Dashbach, but he's been on base twice, walked back in the second inning and got to second, reached on an error in the third, and got to third, but he's not come home.
And Harvey is at 83 pitches as well.
Here's the 0-1. Curveball misses inside, and the count runs even at 1. For a guy on a rehab, that seems fine. That seems like a reasonable stopping point if you can spin 5 scoreless frames. Dahlberg sets, rocks slightly, fires the 1-1, and Dashbach lines it foul, third base side. A looping line drive runs the count to 1-2. But now Bates is not tossing anymore in the bullpen after the quick line out by Cody Roberts, and now Dashbach behind 1-2. It seems that they might be fine with Dahlberg for now, while he is at 86 pitches. I suppose it all depends on how some of these plate appearances go. The 1-2 was sprayed foul the other way. Count remains at 1-2 strikes. Well, I said it the first time he stepped up. That average for Dashbach is rising. He'd been hovering around 170, 180 for such a large portion of the season, but now he's at 203. That includes his 0 for 1 performance so far today, and of course the walk numbers are still on a steady climb up. It's the 1-2 pitch. It misses down, and the count runs even at 2. Because not every batter is going to make leaps and bounds of improvement over each individual day, but the fact is, Andrew Dashbach is making noticeable improvements as he grounds this next pitch foul again, third base side. Count remains even at 2. And one of those notable improvements, I brought it up off and on pretty much all season. His patience at the plate and his ability to grind down pitchers and draw walks, especially when he grinds down pitchers. Doesn't necessarily get too over anxious if he falls behind in a count. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded fair this time, third base side. Picked on 2 bounces at the chest by Sean Roby, but he throws it low to first. It still bounces in time to Frankie Tostado. I'm not sure if that one just rolled off of his fingertips in a funny way, but that was a very weak throw. Still a 5-3 putout, and there's 2 away. Quite the day it's been for Sean Roby. He actually committed the error that allowed Dashbach to reach back in the 3rd inning, but either way, here's Zach Watson. 0 for 1 day for Watson as the first pitch sails home, and it's driven out toward the right field corner. Now toward foul ground, Smith. He finds it, and oh boy, he made the catch. Had a tough track on that one and pulled it down almost at the waist in foul territory. So 1 pitch, and Watson is quickly retired, and the bottom of the 5th is over. So we're on to the 6th. Bowie still leads 3-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Still 3 more fireworks shows in the month of July on Saturday the 16th, Friday the 29th, and Saturday the 30th. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, we enter the 6th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as the Bowie Baysox lead Richmond 3-0. Matt Harvey will call it a day. He's in line for a win on what was a very quality start. Not by the technical definition, but hey, it was a good day. 5 scoreless innings for Harvey. He gave up just 4 hits and struck out 7, walked none. New pitcher taking over on the mound, and to tell you about him, here's Adam.
Well, thank you so much. It is Justin Armbruster who will enter the game here for the Baysox, the right-hander, who is coming in long relief for a 2nd consecutive outing. This is not the role that Armbruster will usually throw. Armbruster is going to be a part of the Baysox starting rotation. He made a start in his Double-A debut on June 22nd in Erie. But now his 2nd home outing, both following up the big leaguer, the right-hander Matt Harvey. As here's the pitch, and a fastball a little bit high, and they get 1-0 to Brett Auerbach. This is 2, 3, and 4 in the Richmond order. Bowie scored 3 times in the 3rd. They lead 3-0. We're in the 6th. The 1-0, and a fastball in there at the knees at 93, and they count 1-1 to Auerbach. That's kind of tough to have to face the same team for a second consecutive outing. He throws, and a breaking ball lifted foul out of play right side. All three pitchers in this game tonight were the pitchers that threw in the game on Tuesday, the series opener between these two. Armbruster threw 4 scoreless innings in that game. He throws, and there's a foul on a line straight back out of play. He went after him with a 1-2 fastball, and will do it again. It was a save in the end for Armbruster, throwing 4 scoreless innings on Tuesday. He delivers. And another foul off a fastball off the window glass of the upper deck, the suite level here, and it stays up there. The fans are hoping it would bounce down below. Auerbach 0 for 2 tonight, right-handed hitter. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a liner, leaping, what a catch! What a catch by Urias, who's having a sparkling defensive day. He snow-coned it, which is a Baltimore special right there. And then he kind of caught it twice when he was coming down to the ground. He brought it back into his glove once more. What a phenomenal grab there by Urias, his third sparkling play today. Here's Rincones, and he swings through a fastball. Strike one. Heater thigh high on the outside part of the plate. Once again, 3 times, Urias has gone to the shortstop side of the bag at second to make a play, as there's a ripped line drive shot and a base hit into center. Rincones has 2 more hits here today. He's got 11 in the series. It's a 6-game series, folks. How about that? Now, he leads both teams in the amount of hits in this series. And now Frankie Tostado will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight, left-handed hitter. Baysox play to pull, shortstop Ortiz up the middle of the pitch. Tostado shows bunt, pulls back, and takes a fastball strike at the knees. And they count 0-1. Armbruster went to the University of New Mexico, but he's actually from Washington, not this Washington. He's from Washington State. Pitch. Yeah, there's a lifted foul out of play left side. He took a little bit off there at 89 miles an hour, and it's 0-2. Bellevue, Washington, the hometown of this right-handed pitcher. I believe it is Shane Matheny, the leadoff hitter, who is also from the state of Washington for Richmond. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a high fastball at 95 miles an hour. What a pitch. And there's 2 down, and Armbruster has come out today, and he's literally going right after these squirrels. He is throwing a ton of heaters. As here is Sean Roby, powerful right-handed hitter. 3-0 Bowie leads in this top of the 6th inning. Only the 3rd Double-A outing for Armbruster. He throws, and a breaking ball gets a wave and a miss, strike one. He made 12 appearances with High A Aberdeen this year. As from the stretch, the 1-strike pitch. And it's a slider cutting off the outside. And the count evens here 1-1. (3-0) Bowie leads in the inning. Here's the next one. And it's in the dirt, down and away. And it's now 2 balls and a strike. Armbruster is from a very good baseball family. In fact, his younger brother Will is also a Division I collegiate pitcher and also at New Mexico. The pitch, and there's a foul to the top of the screen as Armbruster took quite a bit off there. Got Roby out on the front foot with a one-handed cut, and he served it foul. Now Matt Harvey worked 5 scoreless innings tonight Struck out 7, did not walk about her in his 2 starts with the Bowie. The 2-2 coming. And a fastball misses away. Didn't miss by much. But the count runs full, 3-2. It looked like it was just off the plate. Good call by our home plate umpire, Mitch Treziak. Runner's going to be running with a pitch here. 3-2 coming. There he goes. Swinging a foul and a line to the screen. Once again, Armbruster's working with that fastball up in the zone. That count remains 3-2. The runner goes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. Another high heater at the top of the zone away. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Armbruster and the 9th for the Baysox in the 6 innings tonight. We go to the bottom of the 6th. New Richmond pitcher coming on. It's a 3-0 Bowie lead on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
What a special day. You know, this is the closest minor league ballpark to Washington, D.C. Yes, we are an Orioles affiliate. And we're pretty close to Baltimore as well. But we are in Prince George's County. If you're watching or listening from outside of the D.C.-Baltimore area, PG County is the closest county to D.C. It borders on the northeast border of Washington, D.C. As here's Chris Cespedes, the pitch, and he takes up and away a fastball, ball 1. We got a new pitcher in the ball game for Richmond, Solomon Bates. 3-0 Bowie leads. As now the 1-0 to Cespedes, and there's a strike. We're only about 10 or 12 miles from the Capitol building here at Prince George's Stadium. I wish you and your family a happy July 4th weekend. As a breaking ball strike, it started above the zone and it cut back down in it. And the count 1-2. Bates works quickly, he throws. And a foul on a line to the screen off a fastball. So Bates, the veteran, 4-0 with a 4.68 ERA. This is 14th outing of the year. He's worked 25 innings in his 13 prior outings. He throws. And a chopper left side, high hop, gloving to his left Roby, on the run, the throw, and they got him. A nice play by the Richmond third baseman. And one retired, and now back to the top of the order. Here's Colton Cowser. I think we are, if not already at the end, right near the end of what would be the 60-game suspension for Matt Harvey. April 29th was the beginning of that. The pitch and a fastball grounded right up the middle, and diving the shortstop, gloving Matheny. Is thrown out in time. It goes beyond first. Kauser for second. A throw from the catcher. Backing it up. Auerbach not in time. It's an infield single and a throwing error by Matheny. And the Baysox have a runner at second with only one down in the 6th inning. A great diving play by Matheny. He should not have made a throw. I don't think the throw, which he did get a lot on, I don't think that throw would have gotten Kauser. Here is Prieto, runner at second, one down, 3-0. Bowie leads in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Bates sets to the belt, and here's the pitch. And a fastball beneath the knees. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. The Orioles' starting rotation has been a better rotation than expected in the major leagues this year. Here's the pitch. And there's a chopper, foul outside first. And the count evens here 1-1. And today, another strong start from a young Oriole. Tyler Wells made the start today. 6 innings, he allowed 1 run. The Orioles' starting rotation has a 1.46 ERA in their last 13 games. As there's a foul lifted out of play left side. And it's 1-2 here to Prieto. How about that? The Orioles, with their 3-1 win today, have now won 7 consecutive Tyler Wells starts. Well, is there a spot for Harvey? He is making both a literal and figurative pitch to the Orioles. Right now, the pitch and a fastball inside. It's 2-2 to Prieto. Now, Bowie, it's a game where you feel like you're in control, but they would like a little bit more insurance. Kauser off the back at second, the 2-2 coming. And it's off the outside, a changeup, ball 3. Prieto's 1 for 3 tonight, and he leads the Baysox in hits in the series. He's got 10 of them. The count full. Here's the 3-2. Oh, he spiked it. A fastball in the dirt. Good job by the catcher, Auerbach, to keep it in front of him. Bates missed his spot badly, and Prieto works the walk. And he's on with 2 down. And here is Ramon Urias. And Urias, who had a tough day last night, all around in the field and at the plate, has absolutely sparkled defensively at second base today. Stands in for the right side. He's 0 for 3 as he takes down and away a fastball, missing for ball 1, and all of a sudden Bates is struggling to control that heater. Urias has made 2 plays from the shortstop side of the second base bag, and a leaping catch as well as he swings and lifts a fly to shallow center. Hayward coming in to make the catch on the run. A head-high grab. He got a really good beat on it, and that's a big second out. And now Joey Ortiz will come to the plate. Shortstop, Joey Ortiz. 3-0 Bowie leads it here. Ortiz stands in. He's got 2 hits tonight. Both ground ball base hits. The second was sharply struck as he swings and lines one foul to the screen. He got a great cut at that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And the count is 0-1. Ortiz is actually smelling the barrel of the bat. The impact zone of that one. Really good crowd tonight in Bowie. As here's the next one. And a breaking ball strike. It's 0-2. The Baysox left 2 men out in the first, and they left the bases loaded in the second and third innings. Now they've left some meat on the bone tonight. 2 on, 2 down here in the 6th. Here's the pitch, and it's down and away. A hard slider for ball 1. Now they did score 3 runs in the 3rd, an inning in which they left the bases loaded. There's no doubt Bowie could have a larger lead in this one. Count 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball dives down beneath the knees, ball 2. The lead runner here, and Kauser has got good speed, and he'll be running with contact. They play to pull. Fitzgerald's up the middle of the second baseman. The pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball deep in the hole at short. Backhanding Matheny, long throw, and digging it out. Tostado for the out. The inning is over. It was hit hard by Ortiz, but Richmond makes the play, and we now move on to the 7th inning. It's still 3-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Make sure you've got your Jedi cloaks ready on Saturday, July 16th for Star Wars Saturday at Prince George's Stadium. Meet dozens of Star Wars characters out at the ballpark, take part in interactive exhibits and lightsaber battles, and you can bid on specialty game-worn jerseys by the Baysox players at the game. It's all sponsored by Taco Bell, and it comes your way on Saturday, July 16th. So get your tickets now for Star Wars Saturday at the ballpark by heading to Baysox.com.
So the Baysox have a 3-0 lead. We head to the 7th inning. Justin Armbruster in his 2nd inning of work facing the powerful Tyler Fitzgerald. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball cut at him is strike 1. He started that pitch in, and it cut right over the heart of the plate. Baysox trying to really have their best week of the year if they can hang on tonight. As a fastball pop foul out of play. Straight back, it's 0-2. A win tonight, and Bowie would start the second half as a fan made a nice catch off of the ricochet from that foul ball. They would go 5-1 this week. 0-2 pitch, and a fastball misses away, ball 1. You don't want to harp on it, but the Baysox had the worst record in the 12-team Eastern League coming into this week. 1-2 pitch, and it's off the outside, a fastball. Count 2-2. They have had the best week, along with Reading, of any team in the Eastern League to start the second half. Armbruster throws. Now there's a lifted foul out of play right side, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. I do think, though, in the first half, you have to take the Baysox record with a bit of a grain of salt. They lost a huge part of the rotation due to illness for the first few weeks of May. Pitch and a high pop fly, shallow center. Kauser and Watson converge. It's Watson, the right fielder, to make the catch, and one retired. The Baysox had 4 of their 5 starters go on the injured list in the first week of May. And over the next 3 weeks, they lost 14 of the next 16 games. And when you look at Bowie's overall record in the first half, I know it's hard to take that stretch away, but they basically played 500 ball other than that. As here's the pitch to Martirano, and he swings and misses at a fastball. And the count 0-1. So you had a Baysox team probably better than their record indicated. And you're adding some great players to it. As a fastball misses in the count 1-1. Aberdeen had the best record, one of the best records in all of minor league baseball in the first half of the year. And many of those Ironbirds are now in Bowie, including this pitcher, as there's a fastball strike from Armbruster, and it's 1-2. And all of a sudden, the Baysox are taking it to a good Richmond team this week. The 1-2 pitch, and a breaking ball gets a wave and a miss. Strike 3. Armbruster has struck out 3 of the last 4 faced. There's 2 down in the inning, and here's Armani Smith. Early in this week, Bowie just bludgeoned the baseball. The Baysox scored 9 on Tuesday, 12 on Wednesday, 15 on Thursday. Here's the pitch, and a breaking ball stays up high, ball 1. How about that? I mean, my goodness. To do that 3 nights in a row. Richmond came back, had 10 runs last night. A 1-0 coming. And a fastball off the plate away, ball 2. This is only the second game of 6 that has not been a blowout for one side or the other. 3-0 Bowie. Top of the 7th. 2 outs, nobody on. The 2-0 to Smith. And he's late. A fastball fouled away. And hits the netting just in front of the Baysox, or to the side of the Baysox dugout area. Count 2 balls and a strike. Bowie really playing to pull here. Right-handed hitter pitch. And a cue shot foul right off the end of the bat from Smith. Armani Smith struggled early in college, but had a very strong junior year at UC Santa Barbara. I think they're called the Banana Slugs. Is that right? He went from being a banana slug to a flying squirrel. Here's the 2-2. And it's on the outside corner with a cutting breaking ball. Strike 3 looking. The inning is over. What a dominant inning from Armbruster, who strikes out 2 in a 1-2-3 frame. We go to stretch time. Bottom of the 7th coming. 3-0 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Well, if you listen to these games long enough, 3-0 Bowie leads. Bottom of the 7th inning is here's Maverick Hanley. You know that one of our age-old adages is Bates now delivers, and a breaking ball strike is to never trust your broadcaster. We want to thank Brian Powell at BG Powell for letting us know. As here's the 0-1, and it's off the outside, count 1-1. UC Santa Barbara are not the Banana Slugs. It's UC Santa Cruz. See, Brian, we were making sure you were listening. 1-1 coming. And it's off the outside. Counts 2-1. The check's in the mail. Don't spend it all in one place, though, Brian. As Hanley is awaiting. 2-1 coming. And there's a ball lifted to right field. Back on it, Smith on the run. Reaches up and makes the catch as he backpedaled onto the warning track. Boy, Hanley is driving the baseball. One retired. They are the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. And there is Armani Smith of Gauchos alumni past making the catch. One down, here's Cody Roberts. Roberts with 2 more hits today. What a Baysox he's been as he takes a fastball strike at the knees. He's now hitting 277 in his time with Bowie as a 784 OPS. That's outstanding. 0-1 coming. And it's down and away. I think count 1-1. It's not too abnormal to play in a game with a collegiate teammate that's on the other side. And he is doing that with DH Brandon Martirano. Here's the pitch. And there's a hot shot foul. A breaking ball pulled to the left side. Count is 1-2, but incredibly, when they played at the University of North Carolina, they were both catchers. How many times did 2 players that played the same position reach the AA level? Pitch and a reaching swing on a breaking ball, flared, shallow right center, and it dips down a base hit. Roberts with his 3rd hit of the night, and he's on with 1 down. And now Andrew Dashbach will come to the plate. That is really something. I think we talked about this earlier this year, but probably the greatest catchers in North Carolina Tar Heel baseball history. One a former Oriole, played a lot at shortstop, B.J. Surhoff. And the other one would be Chris Iannetta, as there's a swing and a miss. Dashbach cutting through a first pitch fastball, count 0-1. Iannetta had a double-digit big league career, mostly with the Colorado Rockies. 0-1 pitch. And a fastball down. They're going to throw back behind the runner at first. And diving back safely with a headlong dive is Roberts. He had an aggressive secondary lead. It's a 3-0 Bowie lead in the bottom of the 7th inning. A 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball gets a wave and a miss. Strike 2 here to Dashbach. Dashbach is starting to really accumulate some numbers here. And the number that I love to see is that he's the team leader with 35 RBIs. As a look to first, and Roberts gets back safely. Tied for the team league in homers, and he leads the club with 35 ribbies. And Dashbach is the kind of hitter that needs to be an RBI guy. Pitch, and he swings and lifts a pop fly foul. Straight back out of play. A heater that got in on his hands. Count stays 1-2. Clay Helvey, right-handed reliever, up and throwing. Man who weareth stirrups. Is that his Twitter name? Pitch. And a breaking ball gets him looking. Strike 3. That wouldn't be a bad Twitter handle, though, would it be? Man who weareth stirrups. You don't see many anymore, but Helvey's got him. As here is Zach Watson. Runner at first, 2 down, 3-0 Bowie here in the 7th inning. Bates trying to get through 2 scoreless innings here. He throws, and a lifted foul fly. Out of play right side, it's 0-1. He threw him a fastball right on the outside corner. This is really a huge second half of the year for Watson. I'm loving his shoes. He's got the red, white, and blue shoes. 0-1 coming. And he takes under the knees, and the count evens here at a ball and a strike. Watson hails from the state of Louisiana. The 1-1 pitch. And a breaking ball hit high in the air to left field. Rincon is back, running out of room, and it's gone! It's the icing on the cake. It's a 2-run homer to left. The 5th of the year for Watson, and the Baysox now have a 5-0 lead. And that was the breaking ball that hung right up in the middle of the plate. And Zach Watson, what a big homer. The Baysox have had some chances for that big inning or to extend upon their lead. The pitch to Cespedes, and he takes up high ball 1. And they haven't been able to do it. And to get a 2-run homer from the bottom of the order. I mean, Bowie's got so much power throughout the lineup as Cespedes took a huge cut there and came up empty in the count 1-1. What a week for the Baysox. We now have a 5-0 lead in the 7th. Now there's a swing and a high pop-up this way. It's going to land right on top of us. And the count is now 1-2 here to Cespedes. He had an RBI single with 2 down in the 3rd that gave Bowie a 3-0 lead. The wind to the 1-2 pitch. And there's a ball driven well on a line to left center. Hayward going back on the run, slides and makes the catch on the warning track. A spectacular grab by Hayward. The inning is over, but boy, oh boy, what a drive. A no-doubter long homer to left off the bat of Watson. His 5th of the year has made it 5-0 Bowie as we head to the 8th on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
What a big homer. It's now 5-0 Bowie. We head to the 8th inning, and with the call, here's Matt.
Justin Armbruster back to work for the Baysox. He's already struck out 4 batters over 2 scoreless frames. First pitch to Jacob Hayward is a hanging breaking ball. Moves its way into the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Well, it'll be nice for Armbruster to get back into the rotation after this week wraps up. The way that Matt Harvey is tossed this week, there's no reason for him to stick around with Bowie on his rehab run. The 0-1 pitch is popped up, right up the chute on the infield, right in front of the mound, now in front of the plate. Andrew Dashbach finally pulls it down. I think it was just in front of the dirt. This Maverick Hanley kind of had to move out of the way. Did he move the bat? I was watching the ball a little bit. He made sure to get the bat out of the way. I think he was asking if that was actually all right with the umpire.
I think Hanley didn't see it, and that was a great play by Dashbach. Hanley was trying to find it, and Dashbach, boy, he came a long way to make that catch.
That was at least a 90-foot jaunt for Dashbach to pull it down. Back to the top of the lineup here, Shane Matheny. 0 for 3 today with a trio of strikeouts. First pitch in, and Matheny flinches at a curveball. Called for strike, it's 0-1. All 3 strikeouts were against Matt Harvey. Matheny is the last batter that Armbruster has not faced yet today. But against 8 batters, only 1 base hit. That's a pretty good day. 0-1. Called a strike. Another breaking ball. This one hits on the bottom edge of the zone, and it's already 0-2. Well, the Squirrels have right-hander up and moving in their bullpen. Looks to be Clay Helvey. As the 0-2 comes in, it misses low. Slider runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. As Bowie leads 5-0 here in the top of the 8th inning. The next pitch is just nicked foul. Change-up hit away, and Matheny really had to reach out to pull it. Just barely hung on for a sliver as the count remains. If Bowie can hold on for this, it would be their first time all season taking 5 games in a 6-game series. As the next comes in, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Breaking ball high. That's up to 5 strikeouts now for Justin Armbruster. And 2 away as Brett Arbach steps into the box. Arbach an 0 for 3 day. He lined out to second base. A gorgeous play at second by Ramon Arias. Full extension, snow cone to the ball on a hot shot to the right side. First pitch home here, though, is a fastball that misses low, and it's 1-0 to start. Next offering. This one sprayed up the line, first base side, and it's down for a base hit. Rolling toward the corner into the Baysox bullpen. Charging around first and into second, Arbach, and it snuck under the fence into the corner. It'll go down as an automatic double for Arbach. His 8th double of the season. He's out of that 0 for 3 skid to start the day. He's now got hits in 3 consecutive games. The first time we've seen that this year. I imagine it's a once or twice a year occurrence at this ballpark with those fences just in foul territory in the corners. And now time called as a ball from the Richmond bullpen had gone errantly into left field, so we have to wait.
Yeah, one time we had a long delay when a player ran through that fence in right and broke the lock on the gate.
Well, you kind of need that gate to be closed. As the first pitch to Diego Rincones is swung on and missed away a slider. Count starts out at 0-1.
Matt, that player was a pretty big fella. His name, Aaron Judge.
The old Trenton Thunder days. Well, the Baysox are going up to face off against the Yankees AA affiliate starting tomorrow as the 0-1 comes into Rincones, and it's lined softly out toward left field, should score a run. Rounding third and coming home, Arbach, as the throw is softly sent into the infield. RBI single for Diego Rincones. He just continues to find the best pitches against Baysox pitching this season. It's only his 4th run driven in against Bowie and 23rd this season, but he's batting over 500 against Bowie this year. It's 5-1 as the Baysox still lead, but Rincones is at first and there's 2 away.
He might cry a few tears when the bus leaves Prince George's Stadium tonight.
It's a 3 for 4 day for Rincones as Tostado steps in. First pitch. Tostado watches a breaking ball miss down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Tostado 1 for 3 on the day. Popped out to third base in foul territory in the 2nd inning. Single to right field in the 4th and struck out swinging his last time up. The next pitch is hammered foul right side. Not sure where that one touched down. The kid zone maybe? Who? Yeah. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Big shift put on for Tostado, but with runner at first, really the only fielder on the right side of the infield is the second baseman, Ramon Arias. First baseman is on the bag. Here's the 1-1. It hit under the first baseman's glove and into right field, a base hit. A scorched grounder at 107 miles an hour. That's the 3rd consecutive hit for Richmond here in the 8th inning, all with 2 outs. First and second now as Tostado has a 2-hit day. And now Sean Roby. Very quick meeting of the battery mates here. Gives us a chance to tell you about Patient First. Care's around the corner at Patient First. Urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. Every Patient First has on-site labs, x-rays, and prescription drugs. Patient First. The name fits. Roby 0 for 3 on the day. Fly out to right field, ground out to second, and a strikeout swinging most recently in the 6th. First and second, 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Richmond does have one across finally as Bowie still leads 5-1, and the first pitch is swung on and missed high, a fastball. It's 0-1. 95 in the gun from Armbruster. Coming off of 4 scoreless innings last time. As the 0-1 comes in, and it's popped up. Shallow right, Urias back. He waves the arms, makes the call, and the catch to end the inning. So Richmond breaks the shutout. A trio of 2-out hits to bring one across as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Bowie still leads 5-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie still leads 5-1. The Flying Squirrels will make another pitching change. Second dip into their bullpen as they pull out Clay Helvey. Solomon Bates is done for the day. It's a no decision for him, of course. Jake Dahlberg is still the losing pitcher so far, but Bates tossed 2 innings, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 1 and walked 1, gave up a 2-run home run to Zach Watson. That was the day for Bates. It'll be the top of the Bowie lineup to face off against Clay Helvey, a right-hander. Colton Cowser will open it. As the first pitch comes in, and Cowser swings and gets a piece, but it's off of home plate. 0-1 to start. So Clay Helvey making his second appearance this series, a 6'3", 195-pound, 25-year-old right-hander from Charlotte, North Carolina. 22nd round draft selection in 2018 by the Giants. Righty sets, fires the 0-1 to Cowser, and it misses wide. Run the count even at a ball and a strike. Helvey on the season is just in his second game. His first appearance a couple of days ago was his first appearance with the Squirrels, his Double-A debut. He pitched well, albeit it was a very short outing. As the next offering comes in, a check swing, pitch down. Third base umpire says he went around on appeal, so it runs it to 1-2 on Colton Cowser. Helvey came in after Dahlberg had allowed a couple of runs in the 6th inning on Tuesday. Struck out a batter, walked a batter, and hit a batter, but then struck out another to end the inning, worked scoreless. Next pitch to Cowser is swung on and missed low for strike 3, and he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. First punch out for Helvey, of course. 6th overall for Richmond pitching, and now on to Cesar Prieto. Shift goes on for the left-hander. 1 for 3 day for Cesar, a single and a walk. First pitch. He tries to square and only got just a piece of it. It falls back into the glove of the catcher. Count opens up at 0-1 as he was hoping to maybe run it up the line. But it's still 0-1. He could easily lay it down again as third base goes in place toward the shortstop position. Let's see if he does try. They look for low and away. Prieto swings through it anyway and rolls it slowly to short. Picked up by Shane Matheny and sent to first for the putout. 6-3, and there's 2 away. And now Ramon Arias.
Second baseman, Ramon Arias.
Arias 0 for 7 in his rehab appearance so far. As the first pitch comes in, and it misses down and away for a ball. Count starts out at 1-0. He's 0 for 4 today, but everything has been put into play. He went 0 for 3 yesterday with strikeouts. Here's the next pitch. Again down and away. Count runs to 2-0 from Helvey. Arias on the trail back from that left oblique strain he suffered back in early June. Had 6 home runs with the big league club, a 660 OPS overall in 49 games. Former Cardinals farmhand. As the 2-0 comes in. This is down and away, and the count goes to 3-0. Well, today's starting pitcher for Richmond was a former Cardinals farmhand, Jake Dahlberg. Obviously, with the continued success of St. Louis, it just almost seems like anyone that they might release at least has something going for them in some regard, that teams are liable to at least give them a look, as the 3-0 pitch is called for strike on the outside edge. Count goes to 3-1. Because there are always plenty of good former Cardinals farmhands that play well in the major leagues. Randy Arozarena for Tampa Bay. Aledmus Diaz is doing well back with the Houston Astros now, the 3-1. This is down for ball 4. So Arias reaches for the first time since joining Bowie yesterday. First walk given up by Clay Helvey. 5th overall by Richmond pitching. And out to Joey Ortiz.
Shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
Great day at the plate for Ortiz. 2 for 4, a pair of singles, a run scored. As Bowie leads 5-1 in the 8th. First pitch in, and Ortiz bounces it to short. Matheny's there from a knee, goes the short way to second, and the inning is over. 6-4 choice, and as we move to the 9th, Bowie needs 3 outs to win it. They lead 5-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's the most special day of the year at Prince George's Stadium, and it comes your way Friday, July 29th. It's the 23rd Navy Night, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Join the United States Naval Academy class of 2026 and take in the Baysox as they face off against the Altoona Curve. It all comes your way on Friday, July 29th, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:05 with some fantastic post-game fireworks. The 23rd Annual Navy Night at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, it's always just such a pleasure to have you along, and what a night you've decided to tune in for as the Bowie Baysox lead Richmond 5-1 entering the top of the ninth. Matt Sabatis and Adam Pohl with you from Prince George's Stadium. So glad you're with us. First pitch home to Tyler Fitzgerald is swung on and fouled back off of the catcher's mask. 0-1 to start. As Justin Armbruster continues on the mound, he will try to log his second consecutive save. He picked up the 4-inning save on Tuesday. He's trying to do it again today. As the 0-1 to Fitzgerald comes in, and it's swung on and missed low. A changeup runs it to 0-2. It's Fitzgerald, Brandon Martirano, and Armani Smith. If any of them reach, Jacob Hayward will bat. Richmond finally broke through for a run in the top of the 8th with a string of 2-out hits. The 0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. High fastball, and that's a quick 3-pitch strikeout to start the 9th for Justin Armbruster. He's up to 6.
And I'll tell you, Matt, that high fastball has gotten the majority of those 6 strikeouts.
It's running well, too. You look at how much break it has, nearly 2 feet of break, while coming in at 95 miles an hour. That's just almost impossible to square up, especially at this level with some younger bats. As the first pitch into Martirano is in there for a called strike, went with the curve, and it's 0-1 to start. 0 for 3 day for Martirano, a fly out and 2 strikeouts. One of them came against Armbruster back in the 7th inning. Shift on, the 0-1 misses down and away, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Of course, a near sold-out crowd here at Prince George's Stadium. Not many have departed because fireworks are set to blast off at the conclusion of this one. As the 1-1 comes in, and it's swung on and missed inside. A breaking ball runs the count to 1-2. But there is a problem right now, Adam. It's not dark enough. Probably won't be able to shoot off the fireworks until a little bit after.
I know.
As the 1-2 pitch comes in, and it's swung on and missed for strike 3. Another fastball down and inside this time. Armbruster up to 7 Ks, and with 2 outs in the 9th, here's Armani Smith.
Boy, Richmond hits a lot of homers, but they strike out a lot. Now 14 strikeouts for the Squirrels tonight.
7 apiece. Matt Harvey picked up his in 5 innings. Justin Armbruster with his in just 3 2/3. Smith has struck out twice. He's 0 for 3 overall. First pitch. There's a curveball called for strike. Finds its way into the lower outside corner, and it's 0-1 to start. Bowie ahead 5-1, trying to pick up their first series, winning 5 games out of 6 this season. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball high at 96, and it's 0-2. Armbruster trying to lock it down, see if he can strike out the side in the 9th and bring these fans to their feet. Here they come. He sets. The 0-2 pitch. Just misses down and away. Went with the changeup to see if Smith could chase, and it runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. 59 pitches for Armbruster, well within his limits. Another chance for it here. The fans reset. The 1-2, down and away. Went with the same offering, and it runs the count even at 2. If he can pick up his 8th strikeout, Armbruster, it would be back-to-back appearances with 8. He sets at the chest. Fans get loud for him. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Armbruster strikes out the side in the 9th. And the Bowie Baysox are winners once again. They take 5 of 6 from Richmond and celebrate our independence with a 5-1 win this evening. What a thrilling series this has been for the Baysox, Adam.
Boy, it really has been a reset here to begin the second half. You're taking on a team that beat you 7 out of 9 games in the first half. And the Baysox, I mean, they dominate the series. Obviously, they did it offensively in the first 3 games. But their pitching has been really outstanding as well. And what a great job tonight by the duo of Harvey and Armbruster. And of course, 2 2-run homers tell the tale when it's all said and done off the bats of Handley and Watson.
Oh, we've got plenty to come on Baysox postgame. A recap and a look around the Eastern League. Bowie will, of course, remain in first place at the end of the day. Plenty coming your way, so stick around. Bowie wins 5-1. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, what a fun day it's been here at Prince George's Stadium as we get rolling with Baysox postgame. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabanas with you from the ballpark in Bowie as the Baysox take 5 of 6 from the Richmond Flying Squirrels, their best series all season to kick off the second half too. 5-1 the final this Sunday evening at the ballpark. Adam, before we get started walking through the highlights, just I got to offer some key takeaways. Over the entire series,
Sure.
The pitching staff was just the best they've ever been.
Most definitely, and you just have to love that. I mean, the ability to get some consistency. Obviously, the Baysox were aided by the fact that Matt Harvey was pitching with them for 2 of these starts. They got a 5-inning start from Harvey on Tuesday. They get 5 more innings from Harvey here today on Sunday. And they didn't have to dig very deep into their bullpen over the course of the week in its totality. So the Baysox were able to show off this newfound depth in their pitching, and that was really enormous for the ball club overall. And with it, obviously, they have a very consistent series. It's interesting because their offense was so dominant in scoring 10 or more runs 3 times in their 5 wins. But, again, they had 5 of their 6 games, all of their wins, they had a really, really good night on the hill.
Yeah, they've always gotten at least something, and I said this in pregame today for our social media pregame, is that the pieces were there even when they've been losing, and that was a common storyline of mine over the first half of the season. They just have to put them together, and boy, did they put them together over the course of this series. And they put them together today, most importantly, because as we recap, we go all the way back in time to the faraway land of 608. So far away, Adam. I mean, oh, goodness. Can you even remember that far away? When first pitch came home from Matt Harvey to Shane Matheny, it was a ball, but Harvey would eventually win the first battle, struck out Matheny looking, a nice changeup on the outside edge of the zone, and he would work perfect in the first with a flyout and a pop-out. In the bottom of the first, Jake Dahlberg worked scoreless, moved around a pair of singles to strand 2 runners and sent the game on into the second inning. A 2-out single for Tyler Fitzgerald was the first base runner for Richmond, but he was left stranded at second base. And in the bottom of the second, the Baysox were able to load the bases, but could not bring anyone home. They had runners at second and third and only 1 out, but stranded them loaded, and we went into the third scoreless, and that was actually pretty rare. It was the first game all series that was scoreless after just 1 inning, let alone 2 innings. In the third, Harvey was on fire. Struck out the side, he was up to 4, and in the bottom of the third, that's where Bowie took hold. After Joey Ortiz singled with 1 out to left field, Maverick Hanley, he got a hole of 1.
Back around 2014, pitch And there's a drive well hit to left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's fair, and it's way out of here. And Hanley knew it. His 6th of the year is a momentous blast way into the Bowie night. And the Baysox have a 2-0 lead.
104 miles an hour off the bat and 414 feet away from home plate for Maverick Handley on that one. But Bowie was still not done in the frame. Cody Roberts would follow up with a single to right field, and an error by the third baseman allowed Andrew Dashbach to reach and put Roberts to second base. 2 batters later, Christopher Cespedes stepped up and delivered a key seeing eye single.
2 runs are in, 2 men are on, 2 men down, the pitch. And there's a ground ball right up the middle. It's a base hit. Turning third, Roberts to the plate. He's going to score without a throw. They throw behind the runner at second, and back to the bag safely is Dashbach. It's a 3-0 Bowie lead.
Turned out that would be more than enough for the Baysox to work with, and that was more than enough for Matt Harvey to work with. After he did allow a pair of singles in the top of the 4th inning, he got a ground out and a line out at third, a well-snagged play by Cesar Prieto. Got to give him the credit on that one. To end the inning there and send it into the bottom of the 4th, where Dahlberg worked 3 up, 3 down, keeping it at 3-0. Into the 5th inning, it was still Harvey, 2 strikeouts to bookend the frame, around an infield single with 2 outs, and he finished his day with 7. In the bottom of the 5th, Dahlberg, he was back to work, picked 3 more outs. He retired the last 7 he faced, but they were all on contact outs, very weak contact. Only one of them was actually a fly, well, actually 2 of them, but 2 of the 7 were fly balls, so it was still a very clean run to end the day for Dahlberg. As we moved into the 6th, Justin Armbruster took over. He struck out a pair through a scoreless 6th inning, and in the bottom of the 6th, the Baysox did get a couple of runners on against new pitcher Solomon Bates, but they still couldn't bring anything home. It was still 3-0 Bowie into the 7th. Armbruster set down the side in order in the 7th with 2 strikeouts, and after the stretch, Bowie got it going again. With 2 outs and a runner at first, here came the big man, Zach Watson.
The 1-1 pitch, and a breaking ball hit high in the air to left field. Rincon is back, running out of room, and it's gone! It's the icing on the cake. It's a 2-run homer to left. The 5th of the year for Watson, and the Baysox now have a 5-0 lead.
As the game moved on into the 8th inning, unfortunately, Justin Armbruster couldn't maintain the shutout. After 2 quick outs, he gave up an automatic double to Brett Arbach, and Diego Rincones has really just had every bit of good luck against the Baysox and a little bit of skill to boot, was able to bring one in. As the 0-1 comes into Rincones, and it's lined softly out toward left field, should score a run. Rounding third and coming home, Arbach, as the throw is softly sent into the infield. RBI single for Diego Rincones. He just continues to find the best pitches against Baysox pitching this season. But that would be the only run. After another single by Frankie Tostado, Sean Roby would pop out to the second baseman, ending the inning. In the bottom of the 8th, against one final pitcher, Clay Helvey, the Baysox did get a 2-out runner aboard, but couldn't get anyone to second base as the game moved on to the 9th. And it was on Armbruster to try and lug his second consecutive 4-inning save, and boy, he did it in the most dominant of fashions. He sets at the chest. Fans get loud for him. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Armbruster strikes out the side in the 9th. And the Bowie Baysox are winners once again. They take 5 of 6 from Richmond and celebrate our independence with a 5-1 win this evening. So there's your final. Richmond scores 1 run on 8 hits with 2 errors. They left on 7. The Baysox score 5 runs on 10 hits with no errors. They left on 4. Matt Harvey is the winning pitcher. He moves to 2-0 on the season. Jake Dahlberg is the losing pitcher. He falls to 3-5 as Justin Armbruster picks up the save, his second here in 2022. Game was played in 2 hours and 30 minutes in front of a paid attendance at Prince George's Stadium of 7,974. The Baysox are now 2-0 in front of their 2 largest crowds of the season, including the reading program night back in, what was that, May at this point? Somewhere around mid-May. I just remember Bowie throttled Hartford on that day. With the loss, Richmond falls to 41-34 on the season, a 1-game losing streak for the Squirrels as they're now 1-5 in the second half. And with the win, the Baysox move to 32-43 on the season, a 1-game winning streak for Bowie as they're now 5-1 in the second half. Richmond is now 19-20 on the road, and the Baysox are 19-20 at home. We'll step aside right now on Baysox postgame. When we return, we got some scoreboards to watch. There were actually a couple of day games in the Orioles minor league system, but there were some fun ones. And, of course, a lot of night games in the Eastern League today. So we'll get you up to date, see how the Baysox end in the standings. Of course, though, with a win, they're going to be just okay. Back after this, you're listening to Baysox postgame.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
There's plenty going on at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, July 30th. It's the Island Luau night at the ballpark as the Baysox battle the Altoona Curve. Live music from the islands, inspirational dance performances, and more. But that's not all. It's also Maryland's worst car show. Do you own a clunker, a piece of junk on wheels? Well, here's your chance to show it off. Again, that's all on Saturday, July 30th. So head to Baysox.com to purchase tickets and find out more about registering for Maryland's worst car show. Hope to see you there.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox. Open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, glad to be back one final time here at Prince George's Stadium as we continue on with Baysox postgame alongside Adam Pohl. I'm Matt Sabatis. As Bowie takes down Richmond tonight, taking 5 of 6 in the series at Prince George's Stadium to open the second half. 5-1 tonight's final. So, of course, Bowie will remain atop the Southwest Division in the Eastern League, but let's still take a look at the scoreboards and see how the other teams are faring and how far ahead Bowie will stay atop the division. Spoiler alert! Not too far. Altoona wins. They take down Harrisburg today 7-3. A 5-run first was more than enough for the Curve to win it, so Bowie will still only be 1 game ahead of the Curve, as Altoona is now 4-2 here in the second half of the season. One other final in the Eastern League. It was Binghamton over Hartford. Only a measly run for the Yardcoats as the Rumble Ponies take a 7-1 win in that contest. And then 2 games still in action. Somerset having an easy time over Reading at the moment, 8-1, as the Patriots continue to add on in the 8th. We'll see how that one wraps up at First Energy Stadium. But for the second consecutive night at UPMC Park, they're headed to extra innings. The Erie Seawolves trailed 4-1 going into the bottom of the 9th. They scored 3 runs, had the winning run at third base with 2 outs, but couldn't bring him in. So they head to extras now. Akron was the 12-inning winner last night. The Seawolves will try to turn the tides and take home the series finale this evening. But that's a quick breeze around the Eastern League. Adam, how are the Orioles affiliates doing tonight?
Well, you know, it has been a busy night around Birdland, per se. Yeah, for the Baltimore Orioles, Baltimore a winner today. They had a 4-game losing streak, and they win 3-1 at Minnesota. Tyler Wells, their starter. The Orioles have now won 7 consecutive games that he has started. How about that? And they got back-to-back homers from Trey Mancini and Ryan Mountcastle in the game. For the minor league system, of course, Delmarva falls 10-2. Fredericksburg wins in this one here tonight. Aberdeen split a doubleheader with Winston-Salem. The big news, though, was in Norfolk, where Bruce Zimmerman wins his second consecutive start. He gave up 3 runs in the first, but then worked 6 scoreless following. He goes 7 innings. The Tides come back and win 6-3. They hit 3 homers in the game. Yusniel Diaz, a former Baysox, hitting his 3rd, and Kyle Stowers, the former Baysox, hitting his 15th of the year in the Tides win.
Well, of course, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and what a score it was. 5-1 over the Richmond Flying Squirrels this evening. Hey, what about that? The final score on Sunday is the exact final of the 6-game series.
That's
Bowie
nice.
5, Richmond 1.
And it's going to be very interesting now that the Baysox, who had such a great week against the winners of their division will now head on the road to face the winners of the opposite division in Somerset next week.
It will be a fun series starting tomorrow and then a Tuesday off day in Somerset. Ryan Watson will get the start for the Baysox, a 5-2 record and a 3.82 ERA for Bowie. Somerset has yet to announce their starting pitcher for that one just yet. But it's a 7:05 first pitch, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 6:45. For now, though, we say so long and thank you for stopping by this evening. It's been a fun one. Matt Sabatis and Adam Pohl one final time from Prince George's Stadium as Bowie takes down Richmond 5-1. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.